Can everyone hear me? Let's see. Hear me? It looks fine. All right, let's get these videos up and running. This is a pretty lengthy drama, so there's a lot to cover. All right. Where does it start? Might be this one.
Welcome, folks. It is official.
DefNoodles talks about Keemstar a lot, so I don't know where specifically this started. I think it was this one,
but that's
right? This is one of the videos. I don't know if it's the first one.
Welcome, folks.
I know I watched some of the video that starts this, but it might have been on my other channel.
Well,
Are we live? Hello? Hello? It says unstable. Bitrate is too high? Not sure. Yo, what's up? I'm just trying to find this DefNoodles video. And we can start. Twitch is cancer. Is it lagging? Is it get all laggy? It says the bitrate is too high. So I might need to lower the bitrate. Can I lower the bitrate live? Let's see. Output, video bitrate. Let's see. Should be like, it's 5,000 good? I showed the truly autistic videos to my class because they were learning about autism and my teacher liked it. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm always surprised by how much people like that channel. Since it's really off the cuff. Alright. Did we only have 6 viewers? Come on. That can't be right. Okay, I need to find the first DefNoodles video where he talked about Keemstar recently. And he was talking about Keemstar clickbaiting or something like that. I don't know how old the video is, though. I watched it briefly, but it's like... It's like about one of Keemstar's new videos. 61 viewers. Damn! Damn! We have 61? Let's go. I might also upload this as a YouTube video compiled up. But right now I'm just trying to find out. Okay, so yeah, Keemstar said like a fight was confirmed, but it wasn't. I think it's this one. He's like, this is confirmed happening, and then it like wasn't, and then DefNoodles called him out. Let's see.
Paul versus Mike Tyson. It is happening. We got that full story for you. KSI.
So it might be like in October. That's October 4th. Where is that video? This is October 2nd, so it's like after.
But that's exactly.
No, it was before. I don't know. I'm actually like, where is this video? There's a video that DefNoodles made where Keemstar said there was like there was like a fight confirmed, and then DefNoodles called him out and said it wasn't. And I'm completely
from the past.
Were those abs a tweet of confirmed? You know, disappointed. Bryce, literally everybody said he
That was the
Your house is
from what
far from my character, and
reason
this is
really relatable. You pay fuck bet that calculations. His coffee early, creatively. That's with morning.
okay.
It's almost
He's
doing.
almost fine.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how this story.
Landon McBrome, you might want to try that. He got a
Recently covered Shiloh Walker's video exposing Landon McBrome for allegedly abusing her, trying to.
okay. This is not it. Then what is? Where is it? Does anyone know? Well, no one's like a DefNoodles viewer, right? So, fuck. Where was it? Fuck. Maybe he'll reference it in one of his old videos. Let's just start. Okay. Fuck. I actually do need that first video. Oh, it's this video. Oh, it is this video. Okay. It's this video. All right. So, we got Tipster here with the pinned comment, your cringe bruh. So, DefNoodles, everybody knows. DefNoodles. Up-and-coming drama YouTuber. Covers the news. Pretty much a competitor to Keemstar. But Keemstar and DefNoodles don't like each other very much. And it has caused a pretty interesting feud. Between not only Keemstar and DefNoodles, but another fellow news channel called Tipster. And it all started in this video titled Keemstar Lies About Me from DefNoodles. So let's skip to where he starts talking about Keemstar and see what he has to say.
Hey, for money, $100 million, they do anything. We don't care about that.
Yeah, you're right.
For the $100 million.
I want to see get knocked out.
You and the whole world, Freddie. Anyway, folks, even though Mike Tyson said on his podcast that he would consider fighting one of the Paul brothers for a considerable amount of money, Keemstar falsely reported that the fight was confirmed in the title of his latest video, and then said this in the video.
Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson. It is happening. We got that full story for you.
Ah, gee, folks, I can't wait to hear this made-up story because literally nobody said that it was happening. They just said that they wanted to do it.
I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is probably happening.
Welcome to Drama Alert, folks, where it's probably happening is the equivalent to it's confirmed. In fact, it already happened, and you missed it because you just blinked. But wait, there is more, folks, because shortly after I posted that story on Twitter, Keemstar started blocking people just for sharing screenshots of my tweet covering that story in his Twitter replies.
also look at DefNoodles what he said about you. But that
Okay, so what does DefNoodles say in this tweet? He says,
blocking people just for sharing screenshots of my tweet covering that story in his Twitter replies.
also
Keemstar falsely claims in the title of his newest video that Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson fight is confirmed, when in fact Tyson just said he was open to fighting one of the Paul brothers for $100 million. However, in the video, Keemstar says the fight is probably happening.
look at DefNoodles what he said about you. But that's exactly what Keem did. Keem blocked me, LMAO. I'm surprised he hasn't blocked me, LMAO. Only thing I did was show what DefNoodles said, LMAO.
Now, it's no secret that in the past I've been a little trigger happy with the block button on Twitter. However, as of late,
He has been very trigger happy with the block button, but
I've actually been trying something completely different. In fact, I haven't blocked anyone on Twitter in the last few months. In fact, I actually went back on my Twitter accounts and completely unblocked everyone that I had blocked. So it's kind of hilarious to be on the other side of the situation where somebody gets literally so triggered by a random stranger posting anything that's relative to my brand or me in their replies and immediately getting them blocked. I mean, I'm definitely getting a taste of my own medicine.
at least he's self-aware there, because he used to do the same thing. But yeah, Keemstar blocking people because of that DefNoodles tweet is kind of funny. I mean, DefNoodles here, he's right. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly, saying that it's confirmed when he just said that he would probably do it for X amount of money. I don't think that's too big of a deal, in terms of, like, you know, getting something wrong. But DefNoodles is technically right when he calls him out on this.
But folks, that is not where it ends, because Keemstar must have some weird obsession with me, because literally hours after he blocked someone on Twitter just for posting a screenshot of one of my tweets, he literally went on another YouTuber's live stream and just started talking shit about me for absolutely no reason.
I was watching a brand new DefNoodles.
So this is where it gets spicy. So now DefNoodles is reacting to Keemstar guesting on Tipster show, Tipster being another news drama person. So now we have the, love triangle of YouTube drama news on YouTube, and it's about to get spicy.
And they said, you are in fact getting a divorce. You're dating a 18-year-old.
Not only did I never fucking say that, but as far as I can remember, I have never spoken about that individual on this channel. But folks, moments later, Keemstar explains that it is a hilarious ruse of his to just go into this individual's live stream and start making a bullshit about me. You see, folks, Keemstar has mastered the art form of barging into someone else's room and saying the weirdest bullshit to try to get a reaction out of the person who's welcoming him into that room, thus creating a super awkward moment that is really hard to get through, which you may recognize he has done before in this classic video.
And then so now he's fucking famous somehow, and I'm famous.
Yo, you're in trouble.
Why? Oh shit.
That crypto shit.
Hey, Steve, get his ass.
Now, folks, I know that was super cringe to watch, and I know that's Keemstar's MO as we've seen, but give him a chance. The video gets better as he starts interacting with people.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I like how DefNoodles keeps showing this clip. I think you've showed it in like so many videos by now. Definitely not Keem's brightest moment. It's kind of funny that he's showing it over and over.
Hey, how we doing though?
Real good.
You good?
I just did a podcast with Tana Mojo. It was so raw, so real.
Hey.
I got the...
Hey,
Yo,
Mr.
buddy.
Gemini.
Jesus.
Oh, folks, poor little Keemstar. Nobody can muster up the courage to give a shit about anything he's got to say. Oh, man, it hurts to watch.
Yo, he legitimately went on his show. This motherfucker went on his show. He said it was on antidepressants. And the side effects were that he didn't have feeling in his dick. Projection. He was trying to put that on me.
Look at everyone's reaction. Oh my god. Dude, this guy just
folks,
fucking
I'm sure that
dipped.
Zia's left because he wanted to get some fresh air. He didn't leave because it's unbearably uncomfortable to be in the same room as Keemstar.
Might go down.
No. Absolutely not. Alright, Keems. Alright, bro. It's gonna be alright, bro.
You know, maybe to Keemstar's benefit to never leave his basement anymore. Could help all the 12-year-olds go back to believing that he's actually a cool person to be around. Anyway, folks, with all that being said, I'm pretty sure that this live stream that Keemstar joined wasn't an absolute train wreck.
You know, it's funny. I don't know if you knew this, but my channel's dying.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, H3H3 uploaded a video that my channel is dying.
Now, folks, do not worry. It is the obligatory mention of the H3 podcast. As everyone knows, Keemstar cannot go a single moment of his life without mentioning Ethan Klein.
My views have been down. They're knocked down to about half of what they were about a month ago.
You know, folks, Keemstar's talking about himself a lot on this live stream. I wonder if this was like a prearranged.
Yo, Zion the King, thank you for the 4 people raid. Hell yeah. Welcome, guys. We're talking about DefNoodles and Keemstar and drama.
Thing like an interview, or if he literally just invited himself on it and started talking about himself incessantly.
Flashback. Gold standard or whatever, but in any case.
Yo, big fan. Thank you. Thank you so much for liking my stuff. I know I haven't been uploading a lot recently, but I do appreciate the continued support despite that.
Keem says, how do I call in? I don't know. It depends on what you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Keem?
So Keemstar literally invited himself onto this live stream and then literally hijacked it so he could complain about his views being down for 6 minutes. Huh.
Oh, God. Keem wants to call in. What is this about? What am I getting?
I mean, when you put it that way, it is a bit awkward, but with the stream culture that me, Nick, Augie, Tipster, and various other people have, it's kind of like normal for a YouTuber to be like, hey, I want to call in and then just chat. Not like talk about anything really specific, but just chat on stream about anything they want, including maybe their channel being dead for 6 minutes straight. You know, it's just typical within like our kind of drama streaming sphere to do that. I mean, I've done that. Many other people have done that. But, I mean, from the outside looking in, I guess it can look a bit self-centered to do so.
Getting myself into by allowing Keem to
You
call
look
in.
sort of homeless.
You gotta hand it to the
shit. Should have brushed my hair or something, dude.
This host, though, folks. The guy's being super gracious considering he's having this pit of desperation that is Keemstar tornado into this live stream that's meant to be an interaction between him and his fans. But folks, it should be clear by now that for Keemstar business always comes first regardless of the channel.
End of flashback.
If you look up Keemstar over the last couple days, the T channels, they really went after me because I said that, you know, something's wrong on YouTube.
Dude, this segment is so long, and he has more videos on Keemstar too.
Broken and, you know, the notifications aren't working or whatever. I made a whole YouTube video just to explain real quick.
Keemstar's 100% correct, folks. The T channels are on an all-out assault against him. There's been a litany of one video that's been made in the past week about Keemstar's channel dying. Now, the H3 podcast also discussed the Keemstar's channel dying, but even with that, I do not believe that 2 videos qualify as the all-out assault against Keemstar as he tried to characterize it to be. This guy just has a perpetual victimhood syndrome. He is constantly trying to spin this narrative that YouTube is trying to silence him. Remember, just a couple of months ago, he was literally making videos tagging Susan Wojcicki, tagging Team YouTube, and saying that he was being silenced. And then guess what happened, folks? Ethan Klein and the H3 podcast ended up getting a strike because of Keemstar's public video, because he complained about one of the jokes. It is the same shit here, folks.
This is really like less of a news video and more of an exposed video. You know, it starts out with him, you know, messing up, saying that a fight was confirmed when it was just, you know, maybe happening, which is a fair call out. And then it kind of gets into the tipster stuff, which isn't super necessary, but maybe it's relevant. But then he starts like diverging into that cringe clip, and now he's still talking about Keemstar. It kind of just, it's more of like a Keemstar exposed video, kind of hidden under the guise of like a news video. Which, to be fair, I think I've done the same thing in the past. Maybe I think I'm not saying this is a bad thing. This is just an observation I'm making. I think in the past I've made like videos where it's talking about recent news, but then I go into like the creator a little more in depth based on stuff that isn't extremely relevant. But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting.
Folks, everybody's channel struggles at some point on YouTube. Now, some creators keep going because they know that things get better eventually. Things go up and down. It's just the way life works. But Keemstar, folks, he likes to invite himself onto other people's live streams. He likes to go and shout from the mountaintops that he's a fucking victim and that he's owed this shit. Nobody owes you jack shit, bro. This is just the way it works. Everybody's channel goes down. In fact, a lot of people's channels are down. So get the fuck over yourself. You're not fucking special, okay? Unless you want to give Mommy Susan a call and see if you can change things for yourself. But hey, we already know you do that. So kindly go fuck yourself.
And
I kind of agree with DefNoodles. I mean, when people say their channels are down or dead, there's definitely a difference between a channel being dead and a channel just being down in views, but I don't think Drama Alert's dead. It's just not performing that well, and a lot of channels that are drama-related aren't performing that well, and typically don't perform that well during the fall season. So, I mean, Keemstar can definitely vent about his channel, and I think he's in the right to, and what have you, but at the same time, I mean, DefNoodles is not exactly wrong here.
right now it's taken like 2 hours to get 100,000 views. So something clearly is wrong. I always have that big rush, and it was like a flip of a switch a month ago when H3 got those strikes or whatever. So all these C channels are making videos. They're saying Keemstar is the new Gabby Hanna.
One video, folks. One fucking video compared Keemstar to Gabby Hanna's I'm Shadow Banned controversy. Jeez, this guy's head is so far up his ass, he can't even tell it's full of shit.
Always bitching and complaining about notifications ain't working, sub boxes ain't working, and you know, we always get these copy and paste responses from YouTube. Oh, it's working. Oh, it went out to everyone. It went out to like 7 million people. Right? No, it's not. I know it's not.
Folks, I feel so bad for this guy. His whole...
Well, let's see how Drama Alert's doing. View-wise. I mean... He used to get a million per view video, right? Let's look at the old ones. So it used to be like 1 million per video, and now it's like... I mean, it is a pretty sizable dip. I mean, some of these low views make sense. Like the lower view on... this isn't news. This is just like kind of a filler video, so the lower views make sense. On like this Nick Akava one, for example. Obviously, Nick's documentary was great, but it wasn't news either. So it's like a little out of the ordinary for Drama Alert, so it would make sense with lower views. Some of these, like that 60... Yeah, I mean, some of these are like kind of abnormally low. I don't know if YouTube, there's like some behind the scenes YouTube shenanigans going on, or if it's just like typical channel dips. I don't know. I mean, it's worth discussing though. I don't think there's an issue with Keem discussing it on Tipster's podcast. But again, I'm not convinced that it's like a shadow ban, maybe in particular, but you know, anything's possible. Views are definitely down. That's undeniable on Drama Alert.
Fucking live stream with his fans got completely hijacked by Keemstar, who doesn't give a flying fuck about him or his fans, and just wanted a platform to complain about the fact that his videos aren't getting as many views as he'd like. Seriously, this entire segment in the live stream is about 6-7 minutes long, and Keemstar talks nonstop for about 5 minutes and 50 seconds about how his videos aren't getting views. I mean, the host can't even get a word in.
But when
I mean, that's just Keemstar in general, though. Not just with this topic, but anything. Keemstar's just... He likes to talk a lot. I know other people who like to talk a lot as well, you know, behind the scenes. It's not really uncommon for drama YouTubers to want to talk a lot. Just different personality types, I guess.
I do that video with a room of 100 of my fans, they're all subbed, they got their phones on, they got full volume on, right? And no one sees the notification. What is that gonna do? What is that gonna do?
Fucking nothing. Nobody gives a fuck. Go back and make videos. You're a fucking YouTuber. Stop going on these fucking made-up PR campaigns where you just hijack other YouTubers' live streams so you can complain about your own fucking bullshit. Why don't you grow a pair of fucking balls and start putting this bullshit on your own fucking channel if you really care about it?
That is gonna rip this guy.
Damn. He's really going in. I mean... What I get from this, I haven't watched the original stream, you know, outside of this DefNoodles lens through his video and what he decided to clip. But from what I gather, it's just Keemstar making casual conversation, and this is on his mind, and this is what he wants to talk about, not necessarily trying to specifically come onto the show to do this PR announcement to all of Tipster's fans and dip. Like, that's not the vibe I really get from Keemstar venting about this. And I don't know why DefNoodles is so mad, but, you know.
Goddamn platform in half, and they're gonna stop feeding us the goddamn recommended. They're trying to, like, literally, this YouTube.com is trying to dissect us, separate us from our fan base, all right?
Nobody's trying to do jack shit to his fucking channel, folks. YouTube goes up, YouTube goes down. Anybody who's been a YouTuber for more than a fucking year knows that there are moments where you get a lot of views, there are moments where you don't get as many views, and it's just part of the fucking business, and all you can do is just keep making fucking videos. Now, if you want to just stop making videos and start making excuses, then welcome to the Keemstar Club of fucking crybabies. You're gonna be miserable here.
And now I have evidence and I have proof, and I'm gonna get even more proof that they're going another step, that the sub to the channel, notifications to a channel, all notifications, that still doesn't work because YouTube wants to tell the viewer what to watch.
No, that is a fucking bold-faced fucking lie. Every channel that I watch consistently shows up on my sub box, shows up on my homepage. I get notifications for it. Now, the thing is that if people stop watching your fucking channel, Mr. Keemstar, then that means you gotta up the quality of your fucking content. You can't just go up and talk bullshit and say that fights are confirmed where they're not fucking confirmed, because then guess what? People just stop.
Oh, now it's coming full circle. So he's saying the reason Keemstar isn't being watched as much is because of his clickbait titles. That's an interesting theory.
Stop giving a fuck about you. And by the way, that Aiden Ross thing didn't help you either.
They don't want the viewer to think for themselves and to make the decisions for themselves for the content that they want to watch. A revolution must take place. We must fight to survive.
You're a fucking YouTuber. What fucking revolution are you fucking talking about? Sit your ass on your fucking seat and start.
Well, Keem's obviously being hyperbolic for entertainment purposes, and now DefNoodles is taking it seriously. I don't know if he's taking it seriously for entertainment value or he's actually taking it seriously. I mean, either way, I think this whole thing's kind of funny.
Making fucking videos and stop complaining, you fucking bitch star. Look, I've already said this. There are a lot of people whose channels aren't doing so well right now. Keemstar's channel isn't the only one. YouTube goes up, YouTube goes down, and the only thing that stays consistent is whether you fucking make videos or not. If you stop making videos, your channel is going to go down. If you keep making videos, your channel will eventually come back. Now, folks, you can either be a fucking bitch and complain about it like fucking Keemstar, or you can be like every other fucking YouTuber who has longevity on this fucking platform and keep making fucking videos. Anyway, folks, moving on to Trisha Paytas.
Damn, that was a long segment. Now, I think Tipster made a response to this segment. Okay, there's multiple, like, back and forth. So that one was 5 days ago. Do we have, like, a Tipster stream from, like, 5 days ago? Is there a DefNoodles segment here? Oh, no, this was streamed live. Okay. Probably did DefNoodles segment in here, right? Keemstar calls in.
Most times. There he
Hello?
is. What's up, Keem? How you doing?
Good. This, this Eugenia Cooney stuff is insane, and I want to talk about it for a second. But first thing I want to talk about is there is this dumb bitch in your chat. Her name is Allie. Is fucking shit that he's dealing with. I'm going through my shit that I'm dealing with, and we're just Dr. Phil session back and forth. Has been used to, okay, let's make some content.
Okay, I don't think DefNoodles is talked about in that one. Where's the next part of this?
Oh.
All right.
Moving on to everybody's least favorite toilet drinker, Keemstar slandered me again because it's a Thursday.
DefNoodles exposed for deleting YouTube comments that call him out for his fake news.
Oh, gee, he got me there, folks. DefNoodles deleting comments. Oh no! What is the world coming to? Now, before I address that absolutely slanderous tweet, let's take a look at a few details embedded in that tweet. First off, I'd like to point out that this tweet was sent out at 12:40 a.m. West Coast time. And I don't know if most of you know this, folks, but Keemstar lives in the East Coast of the United States, which means that there's a 3-hour difference between where I live and Keemstar lives. He's, in fact, 3 hours ahead of me, which means that Keemstar is thinking about me at 3:40 in the fucking morning. This guy's almost in his 40s.
Yo, Razzled, thank you for the raid, man.
And he's thinking about little old me, a guy who has 1/10 of his fucking following. Now, some would say that thinking about a complete stranger that lives in the other side of the country and is your business competitor at 3:40 in the morning could constitute to be an absolute obsession. But folks, let's not jump to conclusions. We got better things to do. Like looking at the fact that Keemstar's tweet only got 243 likes in its first 2 hours. Now, I know that just a few moments ago, folks, so we were talking about how life as an influencer shouldn't just be all about the numbers, and I firmly believe that. However, I would like to take this opportunity to do a really cold analysis and see what Keemstar's numbers mean for his social media presence. Now, I don't know how many of you know this, folks, but Keemstar has about 2.8 million followers on Twitter. Now, it is rather unusual for somebody with that many followers to get so little engagement on a tweet that they put out, especially after 2 hours, to get only 244 likes when you have 2.8 million people looking at you. is extremely unusual, and one could only arrive at the conclusion that not only is Keemstar's YouTube channel dead, but his Twitter account may also be dying. Now, I know some people are going to say, but that is an absolutely anecdotal piece of evidence. It is late in the day. Nobody's going to be looking at Twitter. I bet that one of his tweets from earlier in the day had more engagement. Well, let's check, shall we? 11 hours ago, 312 likes. 12 hours ago, 183 likes. 13 hours ago.
Bro, YouTube drama really is like high school. Yeah, they're arguing over their numbers. I mean, Keem's numbers are undeniably low for his follower count right now, but so I don't know. What? Okay.
717 likes. Now, don't get me wrong, folks. 700 people is a lot of people, but you have to keep in mind that this guy has 2.8 million followers, and the fact that he can barely bring together 1,000 of those 2.8 million followers to like anything that he posts in his account says a lot about his social media presence. In fact, I would go as far as to say that his Twitter account isn't dying. It's already dead. And if you add that to his YouTube channel also dying, one could arrive at the conclusion that Keemstar's entire social media career is dying. Anyway, back to Keemstar's tweet and why it's slanderous. First, let's see what this comment that got deleted said.
What Keem said about you was an obvious joke, and I allowed Keem to call in. This video is so cringe, LOL.
So that comment is a reference to one of my latest videos where I react to Keemstar.
Yeah, so that is in reference to the video we just watched. So what Keemstar said about you was an obvious joke. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Going on another YouTuber's live stream and making up a bunch of bullshit about me. Now, folks, if I actually had an issue with that comment, wouldn't it be much easier for me to not put it in a video and instead just leave it in the comment section where a very tiny percentage of all of you would actually run across the comment and read it? Now, here's the truth, folks. I don't give a flying fuck that the comment was made. In fact, the only reason why that comment wasn't showing up before is because the creator was blocked on my channel, meaning that...
That's really weird. And Tipster gets into this in his response, which I will show, but... he blocked Tipster. He went on a blocking spree of a bunch of us, and he blocked us on almost every social media platform. He blocked us on Twitter. I found out he blocked me on Instagram. I don't know why. And apparently that also extended to the YouTube comments. So it's a little weird to go out of your way to block someone on YouTube. That's like not something you really think about. Like everyone thinks about blocking on Twitter and Instagram, but YouTube... it's like a little far. I don't know. It's a little weird.
That all of his comments were automatically hidden from the channel. But don't worry, folks. I fixed that situation. I unblocked him as well as the other 10 or so accounts that were blocked from commenting on my channel. And if anybody ever has an issue with a comment not showing...
I bet I was one of those 10 people, probably.
...up, or if they have a question, feel free to reach out. I have an email in the description.
You can block people, and I didn't know either. Well, I know you can hide users from a channel by clicking on their comment if they comment on your video and saying hide user, but I didn't know about the like going directly to their channel and blocking them type stuff.
Down below, you can DM me on Instagram or figure out a way to reach me, and I will look into it. I'll see how to make your comment appear, or I will invite you to comment again, and we can figure out what's wrong. You know, YouTube cycles the comments. If you comment something and it immediately disappears, that's because YouTube cycles the top comments to keep people engaging with comments. Now, I'd like to take a moment right now and actually invite this creator to comment once again in the video that he commented on, and I will pin his comment to the top of the video. Now, folks...
and yeah, that's what he did. And he said, well, we were on it before, but he said you're cringe.
Let's take a step back to Keemstar's tweet where he falsely accuses me of putting out fake news while retweeting the comment that alleged...
Remember when Hello Leash said all Bowblax did was retweet Keemstar? What? Number one, I barely know who Hello Leash is. Number two, what? My Twitter is so much more than just Keemstar retweets. I don't even retweet Keem that often. Kind of hypocritical of DefNoodles of all people to complain about slander when he's working with news reporters to cancel YouTubers without giving them a chance to defend themselves. Yeah, true.
That what Keemstar said is a joke. Let's see what I actually said in the video. If I mentioned that Keemstar was joking or was pranking the host.
I was watching a brand new DefNoodles, and they said you are in fact getting a divorce. You're dating a 18-year-old.
Not only did I never fucking say that, but as far as I can remember, I have never spoken about that individual on this channel. But folks, moments later, Keemstar explains that it is a hilarious ruse of his to just go into this individual's live stream and start making a bullshit about me. Oh, wow. So I actually did say that Keemstar later explained that it was a hilarious ruse of his. So I did actually provide the context.
Damn. I guess Tipster's wrong in that comment there, unless he was referring to something else as a joke. We're going to see Tipster's response later, so hopefully he'll explain that.
In the video that he was basically...
that does seem like a slam dunk right there.
Ranking the host like he did with Aiden Ross. Remember that?
So now he's fucking famous somehow, and
he's bringing up the Aiden Ross
you're in
again.
trouble. Why? Oh shit. That crypto shit. Hey Steve, get his ass from right now.
Anyway, folks, once again, Keemstar slandered me, provided no evidence to support any of his claims. In fact, completely ignored the evidence which completely contradicted all of his claims. But we're talking about Keemstar, folks. He makes up shit for a living and has zero
It's funny how long the Keemstar segments are in these videos compared to everything else.
credibility. Nobody gives a flying fuck about him. His social media accounts are dead. Oh, by the way, here's a very special message to that very special someone who this section of the video is dedicated to. Hey, how you doing, you inbred dumb fuck? Happy to see you in these parts again. Happy to see that you're still my #1 fan, and happy to see that you're still stealing my stories for your bullshit fucking show. I know it must be hard to see all your fucking brands die, but guess what? Nobody gives a flying fuck. Go have an awful fucking day. And now, a palate cleanser.
Damn, dude, DefNoodles fucking goes in on Keem, man. That's hilarious. All right, now let's look at Tipster's response. He made a stream called DefNoodles is still an honest hack. And, you know, it's a segment of the stream. Obviously, this full thing is like 4 hours. This segment is only like 40 minutes. But yeah, let's see what Tipster has to say. Also, let's put the speed up a little bit because it's kind of long.
We're going to talk about our boy DefNoodles and how some things don't change. This guy is still just as much of a dishonest hack as he's always been. If you're not familiar with DefNoodles, DefNoodles is a YouTuber with over 500,000 subscribers on the platform. He kind of does like a drama news show, so somewhat similar to what I do. I like to do mine in a live format, but, you know, he does a pre-recorded video format, you know, similar to like Drama Alert or Scares or something like that, but he tries to put like a comedic spin on it. Overall, you know, there are some people who actually like DefNoodles, and that's fine. I'm not one of them. There's a reason why people like to call DefNoodles Defamation Noodles, because he's just it's not uncommon for him to just report on literal misinformation about people and stuff like that. Now, why are we talking about DefNoodles today? DefNoodles actually featured some highlights from my stream where Keemstar, who I noticed just showed up in the chat, Keemstar showed up on my stream, and he tried to like frame this in a way that like totally didn't happen, taking obvious jokes that Keemstar made out of context, and even went as far as to like portray me as a victim, try to make it seem like Keemstar like forced his way on my show and like overtook my show. Meanwhile, like Keemstar calls in here from time to time. I welcome him on. He can call in pretty much anytime he wants. Obviously within reason. Like if I'm in the middle of the topic, I'm not gonna interrupt what I'm doing to bring him on. But like if he wants to call in, he can call in, you know, as long as time permits. And you know, he calls in from time to time. It's no big deal. He's not hijacking my show or anything like that. He comes on and we have discussions about whatever the fuck is on his mind or whatever thoughts he has on any topics I'm covering. Shit like that, right? But I figured we would react to this just to see how blatantly manipulative this guy is in terms of how he's portraying Keemstar's call into my show, and how he takes an obvious fucking joke that everybody knew was a fucking joke, takes it and tries to like portray it as if like Keemstar was like being serious or trying to like slander him or something. Let me go ahead and show you guys so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. Here we go.
So that is not where it ends, because Keemstar must have some weird obsession with me, because literally hours after he blocked someone on Twitter just for posting a screenshot of one of my tweets, he literally went on another YouTuber's live stream and just started talking shit about me for absolutely no reason.
Isn't it funny that like he won't say the YouTuber? He won't say the YouTuber. Like, this is me. This is a clip of me on his channel, right? He won't say the name of the YouTuber. He's just like, oh, he went on this other YouTuber stream. Rock and Ruin, thank you for the 5. Keemstar, when is Tipster going to host Drama Alert documentary? I'm not talented enough to do one of those documentaries. Nick can do that shit, all right?
This reaction's not fair use, not enough commentary. I just started reacting. We're only a couple minutes in. But yeah, what's up, Tipster? I mean, to be fair with your point about him not saying your name, I mean, your name is on your hat and right below Keemstar, so it's not like, you know, I'd say he's purposely hiding it if he like puts like a censor bar on Tipster on like your Discord or your hat. Like that'd be insane, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way he wants to say it. Maybe it's just easier to say another YouTuber instead of like another YouTuber called Tipster, you know? Because if he just says Tipster, people are like, who's Tipster? Well, I guess they'll find out here. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how intentional it is that he didn't mention your name.
Nick is more than talented enough to do those documentaries for Keem. I certainly ain't that talented, but I appreciate the gesture, Rock and Ruin. But check this out.
I was watching a brand new DefNoodles, and they said, you are in fact getting a divorce. You're dating a 18-year-old.
Not only did I never...
Okay, so this was an obvious fucking joke. For those of you guys who aren't privy to this meme, although I'm pretty sure everybody in my community knows about this fucking meme, we were doing one of these shows. We were doing a Tipster Live like we're doing right now on the show, right? And we started getting raided by a bunch of people, right? I went on your show before I responded to that tweet. Also, is the order of like events that he's describing not true? So he's not even, according to Keemstar in the chat, Keem says, I went on your show before I responded to that tweet. So he's not even retelling like the order of events correctly. Defamation Noodles is at it again, literally spreading misinformation even more. Granted, it's like a fine detail, but still. But in any case, like, we got raided one day by Augie's chat because Nick thought it was funny on Augie's stream to say, holy shit, Tipster just announced he's getting a divorce on stream, right? Keem says, yep, the order's wrong. Good to know. So then all of a sudden, my chat's getting fucking spammed with, sorry about your divorce, Tipster. Sorry about your divorce. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And long story short, I called into Augie's show while I was live. And that's when they told me, yeah, like, it's a fucking meme. And it's become like the biggest fucking meme since. Which, by the way, it's a meme that Mrs. Tipster... Here's the thing. Mrs. Tipster knows about a lot of the jokes and memes that go on in the community. The whole, like, Tipster fucks thing. Tipster likes to, you know, talk to e-girls on the internet. And, you know, all that stuff. All these memes that people have made about me and my interactions on, like, Twitter and stuff like that. My wife's aware of all of them. And most of them she thinks they're funny, right? She does not think the divorce meme is funny at all. She is not amused by the divorce meme. I remember she literally called me on the fucking phone. She doesn't want to say my name. Literally like... Oh yeah, and the OnlyFans one that Reese just mentioned, people asking me to do an OnlyFans. She's not pissed about that one. It's the divorce meme. That's the one that got her. But this is an obvious joke. And Keemstar called into my show to play on the fucking joke. And this motherfucker took it like it was seriously. Watch this shit.
You are in fact getting a divorce.
So Keemstar says he heard on an episode of DefNoodles show that I was getting a divorce and I was supposedly dating some like 18-year-old e-girl.
A brand new DefNoodles, and they said, you are in fact getting a divorce. You're dating a 18-year-old.
Not only did I never fucking say that, but as far as I can remember, I've never spoken about that individual on this channel. But folks,
number one, taking this like obvious joke as if it's fucking serious. I never fucking said that, right? And then on top of that, again, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to say my name. Literally, like, according to fucking DefNoodles, apparently I'm Voldemort because he doesn't want to say my name, right? Why are you so afraid to say my name, bro? Like, am I like fucking Bloody Mary where if you say my name 3 times I appear and I like murder your ass or some shit? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Folks, moments later,
he'll appear and eat you like a burger.
Keemstar explains that it is a hilarious ruse of his to just go into this individual's live stream and start making up bullshit about me. You see, folks, Keemstar has mastered...
He's making up bullshit about him. It was a fucking joke, dog. Keemstar...
What? DefNoodles said it was a joke. In his video just there. I don't know. And in the previous DefNoodles video we watched, which is not the one Tipster's reacting to, but the one after that, which came out before this live stream, he mentioned that, you know, he said it was a joke. So I don't know. I feel like DefNoodles has a point here. No offense, Tipster. I know you're in chat, but I mean, he did say it was a joke.
Going on his show as a ruse to make up bullshit about me. It was a fucking joke. I don't understand this. This is the guy who says he's a fucking comedian in like Hollywood and shit, right? This guy's supposedly a fucking comedian, and he can't tell when somebody's telling a fucking joke. Hellpie, thank you for the 2. Mad respect for your relationship with your wife. Thank you. Appreciate that. But
ruse. Isn't ruse a joke?
Rouse.
No, rouse and ruse are different. What? Ruse.
Ruse.
A trick. A trick. Which would also kind of mean a joke, right? A little bit of a trick. I don't know.
But like, this guy's supposed to be a comedian, and he can't tell that this is a fucking joke? Oh, he's lying about me. He's making up bullshit on this streamer show. Like, dog, the fuck?
mastered the art form of barging into someone else's room and saying the weirdest bullshit to try to get a reaction out of the person who's welcoming him into that room, thus creating a super awkward moment that is really hard to get through, which you may recognize.
Awkward moment? I don't know about you guys, but I thought that...
No, did he say Keemstar slandered me in the Tipster video? Wait. Because this one he says slander, but this is like after. This is something else. He says, Keemstar lies about me. I mean, he did as a joke. He lied about him as a joke.
It's kind of hilarious to be on the other side of the situation. On another bullshit to try to get a reaction out of the person who's welcoming him into that room, thus creating a super
that shit was funny. I thought it was a funny moment. What do you guys think? When Keemstar called in and told a joke about how I was supposedly getting a divorce and that he heard from DefNoodles that I was getting a divorce, he went as far as to claim in his joke that Nicholas DiOrio was DefNoodles' source, which we all know that's bullshit. They wouldn't work together. One in the chat if you thought that that was a pretty funny fucking moment. I've been told by most people on social media or in the comments that they thought it was really fucking funny. If I remember correctly, the chat thought it was hysterical too. So like, did you guys think it was funny or did you think it was awkward and uncomfortable the way he's describing it, right? What did you guys think? Rock, everyone, thank you for the $5 super chat. Tipster are willing to quote yourself on dating a 19-year-old in the midst of your divorce. I don't know what you meant by that, but okay. See, there's the ones. Y'all thought it was funny. Y'all thought it was funny. You can tell it was obviously a joke. Yeah. Jesus.
As he has done before in this classic video.
And then now he fucking famous somehow, and I'm famous.
Yo, you're in trouble. Why?
Oh shit.
That crypto shit.
I'll say this. I remember when I originally saw this clip, I'm like, dog, those guys fucking dogged on Keem. They fucking fronted on Keem. Like, I know Keemstar's in the chat right now. Be honest, dude. Like, did you feel like the odd one out in the room in this situation? Because they did you dirty, dog. Like, holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Mr. Return is thank you for the $2. Def scared of context, so he doesn't name you. True. Dude, they were hating on Keem, bro.
Hey, Steve, get his ass.
Now, folks, I know that was super cringe to watch, and I know that's Keemstar's MO as we've seen, but give him a chance. The video gets better as he starts interacting with people.
What's up, buddy? How you doing? Hey, how we doing, though? Real good. You good? I just did a pop.
They was fronting on, bro. That was funny. Keem thinks it was funny. Okay, well, as long as you think it's funny, that's fine. But yeah, those guys were fronting on you, dude. We're getting to that age, Keem. We're getting to that age where, like, the youngins, they look at us like old farts, bro. I mean, granted, you're older than me, but I'm like 34. I get that shit already. I'm starting to get the same shit you used to get back in, like, 2016. You're a 40-year-old man talking about internet drama. I get that shit, too, dude.
Castle Tana Mojo. It was so raw, so red.
Oh, folks, poor little Keemstar. Nobody can muster up the courage to give a shit about anything he's got to say. Oh, man, it hurts to watch.
Yo, he legitimately went on a show. This motherfucker went on a show, he said it was on antidepressants. And the side effects were that he didn't have feeling in his dick.
Tipster talks fast. No, I'm just on 2 speed.
You're trying to put that on me.
Folks, I'm sure that Zia's left because he wanted to get some fresh air. He didn't leave because it's unbearably uncomfortable to be in the same room as Keemstar.
Might build that. No. Absolutely not. Hi, Keem. All right, bro.
No, maybe the Keemstar's benefit to never leave his basement anymore. Could help all the 12-year-olds go back to believing that he's actually a cool person to be around. Anyway, folks, with all that being said, I'm pretty sure that this live stream that Keemstar joined wasn't an absolute train wreck.
You know, it's funny.
Guys, I have to ask you guys again. This stream where Keem called in, was this stream an absolute train wreck? It was literally just a casual conversation with Keemstar. Like, what about that was a train wreck, dog? Like, the fuck? I don't get.
I wouldn't call it a train wreck either, but I think the reason he called it a train wreck is because he framed it in this way where Keemstar barged onto your stream specifically to complain about his channel numbers for 6 minutes straight, which I don't think is the context of the situation. I think the context is Keemstar wanted to hop in, he hopped on, and then it just started turning into casual conversation. That casual conversation leading into his rant about his views being down, not him specifically going on there to make a PSA speech, you know? But if you look at it from that perspective, it might be a train wreck. But, I mean, that's not really what happened, so...
That okay, here's the thing. I probably would have said it was a train wreck. Like, if he talked about the follow-up stream, because like there was a point in the follow-up stream where like Ricky calls Keem out for like hitting on his girl, and Psych Draws calls in, and it got a bit awkward because like some of them weren't so quick to respond and stuff like that. So like if they saw like if he like reacted to that clip and was like, this is a train wreck, okay, I can kind of get that. But this right here was just a casual conversation with me and Keem. Like, what about that was a train wreck, dude?
I don't know if you knew this, but my channel's dying.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, H3 uploaded a video that my channel is dying.
Now, folks, do not worry. It is the obligatory mention of the H3 podcast. As everyone knows, Keemstar cannot go a single moment of his life without mentioning Ethan Klein.
I'm sorry, I could be wrong about this. Maybe I'm missing something, but like, I'd say as far as like the past month, maybe even more, I haven't really seen Keem mention H3 much at all. Not in his content, not on Twitter. Like, what did it? Meanwhile, all you see is H3 talking about Keemstar on his podcast. All you see is them talking about him in the H3 subreddit and in their Discord server. Like, like I get it. Like there's a bunch of reasons why people don't like Keemstar and they like criticize him and stuff like that. And as I've said to Keem, even myself, like yeah, he hasn't been an angel in the past, and there's definitely things to criticize him for in his past. But like, I mean, if of all the things you can criticize him for, like legitimately, like talking repeatedly, like being obsessed about H3 when like he's not even fucking talking about him anymore, like I don't know, dude. That just seems really fucking dishonest to me.
Views have been down. They're knocked down to.
If you're talking about comparatively, yeah, H3 talks about Keem way more than Keem talks about H3, but Keem still brings H3 up quite a bit. But I'd say deservedly so, considering how much H3 talks about him, right? But yeah, H3 definitely talks about Keem like 2 to 3 to 4 times more than Keem does about H3.
To about half of what they were about a month ago.
You know, folks, Keemstar's talking about himself a lot on this live stream. I wonder if this was like a prearranged thing, like an interview, or if he...
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a prearranged thing. Keemstar said in the chat that he wanted to call in. I'm like, fuck it, dude, you can call in, sure.
He literally just invited himself on it and started talking about himself incessantly.
Flashback.
Gold standard or whatever, but in any case, Keem says, how do I call in? I don't know, depends on what you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Keem?
So Keemstar literally invited himself onto this live stream and then literally hijacked it so he could complain about his views being down for 6.
I mean, a lot of my homies do that shit. Sometimes Nick will be in chat and ask to call in. You know what I mean? Sometimes my buddies that I play games with, they'll like ask.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying earlier. It's just like the kind of our little culture here to hijack streams or whatever. I mean, I do that too. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal.
To call in, and then they'll like play games with me and shit. Like, I have a pretty open show where like if people want to call in, they can fucking call in, right? So what's the problem?
6 minutes.
Huh. Oh god, Keem wants to call in. What is this about? He literally makes it seem like Keem just like hijacked my show and like took over my show. No, Keem's welcome to call in anytime he wants. I welcome a lot of people to call in. Fuck it, if DefNoodles himself showed up in my chat and wanted to call in on my show right the fuck now, after I'm done covering the segment, I'd bring him on. Like, fuck it, dude, come on. Like, we can talk about this, right? I welcome a lot of people on my show. It's not just fucking Keem. Keem's not the only one who's ever been in my chat and been like, yo, dog, how do I call into the show? Like, a lot of people call in. Dude. What am I getting myself into by allowing Keem to call in?
You gotta hand it to this host, though, folks. The guy's being super gracious considering he's having this pit of desperation that is Keemstar tornado into this live stream that's meant to be an interaction between him and his fans. But, folks, it should be...
We did a lot of interaction between you guys and, like, the fucking stream or whatever. Like, just because Keem showed up just doesn't mean we didn't do any of that stuff. Real quick, Chai, with the $5 super chat. Cheers to Friday, thank you. And then Trans Tipster just asked, can I call in? No, Trans Tipster, you cannot call in. You're lucky enough you're not banned in chat because, like, I get it, you're, like, a fucking, like, meme account or whatever. But, like, I don't know how much I trust you, Trans Tipster. I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm watching you, all right? Fucking call in, yeah.
Clear by now that for Keemstar business always comes first, regardless of the channel.
And a flashback.
If you look up Keemstar over the last couple days, the T channels, they really went after me because I said that, you know, something's wrong and YouTube's broken. And, you know,
what is up with that stupid face? You guys can't see it because of the way the window is. Is there a way? What is up with this stupid fucking, like, face? Do you see this stupid face that he's making? It looks like he just farted and he's, like, upset with himself at the stench that he just created in the room. Why is he making this stupid fucking face while watching this clip? I don't get it, dude.
Start working or whatever. I made a whole YouTube video just real quick.
Keemstar's 100% correct, folks. The T channels are on an all-out...
Vibe Check says, weren't you and Def cool back then? No, me and Def were never cool. What I would say is that, like, I was aware of him. I saw what he was doing on Twitter, posting the news, and sometimes I would use him as a source in my videos, and I would credit him in my videos whenever he posted something related to a story that I would end up covering. And occasionally I would watch his channel, but we weren't cool. It's not like we were friends or anything. I was aware of him. I
feel like both DefNoodles and Tipster are like oh my god, this freeze frame. Are like nitpicking the hell out of each other's videos. But how many more do we have? Do we have 2 more? Damn. Alright. We have a lot of content to go through. Oh, dang.
He was aware of me at the time, so I was much smaller. But no, we were never cool. I knew who he was, and I was aware of him.
Assault against him. There's been a litany of one video that's been made in the past week about Keem.
Is that true, Keem? Was there only one video when you were saying there were a lot of T videos about you? Is that true, or were there like more? I'm kind of curious if that's something he lied about too, because he's literally like, oh, there was one video made about you in that time period. I don't know. I'm interested to see if Keem has some more info on that, if he saw other videos. I'll continue while we wait for that.
Keemstar's channel dying. Now, the S3 podcast also discussed the Keemstar's channel dying, but even with that, I do not believe that 2 videos qualify as the all-out assault against the Keemstar as he tried to characterize it to be. This guy just has a perpetual victimhood syndrome. He is constantly trying to spin this narrative that YouTube is trying to silence him. Remember just a couple of months ago, he was literally making videos, tagging Susan Wojcicki, tagging Team YouTube, and saying that he was being silenced. And then guess what happened, folks? Ethan Klein and the S3 podcast ended up getting a strike because of Keemstar's public video.
I'll say this, and like I'm pretty sure like Keem probably already knows my stance on that. That whole tweeting at Team YouTube and Susan with the H3, like, you know, playing about H3 and shit like that, shouldn't have done that, dude. Like,
Bowblax is fence sitting so hard he makes Boogie's tape seem extreme. Well, it's because the situation isn't extreme, right? Like, well, what is the situation? Okay. Because there's so much talking, but I feel like there's not that much substance. So the situation is that Keemstar slightly clickbaited a video. DefNoodles called him out for it. Keemstar got mad and blocked people who posted DefNoodles' tweet. And then, in addition to that, he went on to Tipster's live stream and made a joke about DefNoodles saying that Tipster got divorced, and then DefNoodles responded to that. Oh, and then on that same stream, Keemstar complained about his views, and then DefNoodles responded to that. So ultimately, this is just... The core argument is if Keem is shadow banned or not. If Keem is shadow banned, or if Keem's channel's just doing poorly at the moment and it's going to do better later. I think it's probably... I think it's probably just in a dip. I don't think he's shadow banned. But at the end of the day, we don't really know. So it's all just up in the air and kind of like opinions and stuff. Like, this isn't really like a drama based on cold hard fact. It's literally based on speculation of Keem's intentions of going on Tipster's stream, which I believe DefNoodles is incorrect about, and Keemstar not getting enough Keemstar not getting views, and the reason to why that would be, and I think DefNoodles is right about that. If I were to, like, put a definitive opinion on it, but at the end of the day, we don't really know if it's shadow banned or not shadow banned. I would just personally guess that it's not shadow banned, but it could be. So yeah, that's why I guess it seems like I'm flip-floppy, because it's not like a solid right or wrong type situation.
I understand, like, you didn't actually click the report button and report the video, but that still comes off as, like, snitching. And I don't know, like, where you're from, like, what happens with snitches where you're from, but, like, where I'm from, snitches get stitches. Like, that's, like, frowned upon, dude. Like, you really frown upon, like, fucking snitches, bro. So, like, I like Keem. Keem's done me some solid favors in the past, and I appreciate, you know, him for that and whatnot. And I don't think he's, like, as bad of a dude as people make him out to be.
I kind of zoned out during the explanation. I'm having a hard time kind of figuring out the core arguments of this as well. But I might make a video and try to, once I figure it out, I might make a video about this. But yeah.
Especially nowadays. But having said that, like, you shouldn't have done that, bro. Honestly, like, that was a big yikes for me, dog. That was a big yikes. Transcription, thank you for the $2. I thought we were homies. No. Sorry, but no.
Well, what's the
Syndrome,
big
he is
yikes?
constantly trying to spin this narrative that YouTube is trying to silence him. Remember just a couple of months ago, he was literally making videos, tagging Susan Wojcicki, tagging Team YouTube, and saying that he was being silenced. And then guess what happened, folks? Ethan Klein and the H3 podcast ended up getting a strike because of Keemstar's public video.
I'll say this, and, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Keem probably already knows my stance on that. That whole tweeting at Team YouTube and Susan with the H3, like, you know, complaining about H3 and shit like that, shouldn't have done that, dude. Like, I understand, like, you didn't actually...
This whole drama's boring. It will spice up in a bit. Because there's drama. If you guys don't know, DefNoodles got banned on Twitter again, which we haven't got to in the timeline of the drama covering now. But that's what I'm probably going to make a video on focusing on, because there's a lot of interesting drama in terms of DefNoodles' Twitter ban. But this is kind of like the prelude to it.
Actually click the report button and report the video. But that still comes off as, like, snitching. And I don't know, like, where you're from, like, what happens with snitches where you're from, but, like, where I'm from, snitches get stitches. Like, that's, like, frowned upon, dude. Like, you really frown upon.
Yeah, so right now Tipster's talking about what DefNoodles mentioned, which is Keemstar making that Twitter video to Team YouTube, talking about how Ethan gets away with everything, and then Ethan got a channel strike. And Tipster saying how he didn't agree with the way Keem went about that, and I didn't agree with the way Keem went about that either, which I talked about in a video on my channel.
On, like, fucking snitches, bro. So, like, I like Keem. Keem's done me some solid favors in the past, and I appreciate, you know, him for that and whatnot. And I don't think he's, like, as bad of a dude as people make him out to be, especially nowadays. But having said that, like, you shouldn't have done that, bro. Honestly, like, that was a big yikes for me, dog. That was a big yikes. Transcription, thank you for the $2. I thought we were homies. No. Sorry, but no.
Because he complained about one of the jokes. It is the same shit here, folks. Everybody's channel struggles at some point on YouTube. Now, some creators keep going because they know that things get better eventually. Things go up and down. It's just the way life works. But Keemstar, folks, he likes to invite himself onto other people's live streams. He likes to go and shout from the mountaintops that he's a fucking victim and that he's owed this shit. Nobody owes you jack shit, bro. This is just the way it works. Everybody's channel goes down. In fact, a lot of people's channels are down. So get the fuck over yourself. You're not fucking special, okay?
I like how, like, now in his videos, since he dropped the, like, cat in a Minecraft house bit, that he tries to act, like, super fucking hardcore. Like, he's, like, you know, a fucking badass or some shit. Meanwhile, like, if he spent, like, a day in my hood, like, he'd be like a shivering bitch. So, like, he talks a big game, he talks tough because he's hiding behind his computer screen and his camera, but, like, holy shit, dude. Like, this is like a complete 180 of, like, the persona he used to portray. But anyway, you guys kind of get the...
I like the new persona better. honestly, of DefNoodles. I could not stand to watch a DefNoodles video before. Now I think they're kind of funny at times.
Gist of like what I wanted you guys to see in this video. So I actually commented on this video on Twitter. I said DefNoodles actually featured a clip from my stream in his video and took a joke by Keemstar that was obviously a joke as if it was a serious comment. What a jackass. Lol. I also left a comment on this video. I said I'm willing to bet, this comment gets deleted. Haha. And this is the comment I left. I said, what Keem said about you was an obvious joke. And I allowed Keem to call in. This video is so cringe. And if you look at the update, the comment is gone. I actually had one of my viewers check the video. And they're like, dude, I can't find your comment anywhere. So sure enough, I incognito tabbed that bitch and I looked for my comment and it's fucking gone. So like, I had called it like the comment was gonna get be gotten rid of. And Keemstar like quote tweeted this. Is this it right here? Let me see. Yeah, right here. Keemstar quote tweets this. DefNoodles exposed for deleting YouTube comments that call him out for his fake news. # drama alert. He wasn't too happy about this comment. So he did another video talking about this situation. Let's see what Mr. Noodles had to say about this one. Here we go.
Anyway, folks, moving on to everybody's least favorite toilet drinker, Keemstar slandered me again.
Is that true, Keem? Do you drink from toilets? According to DefNoodles. You know, the other night when you called into my show, you said that he was one of the credible T channels. According to DefNoodles, you drink out of a toilet. Is that true, buddy? Damn. I don't know why you'd ever want to drink water out of a toilet, but okay, dude. Each their own, man. I ain't gonna judge.
Because it's a Thursday.
DefNoodles exposed for deleting YouTube comments that call him out for his fake news.
Oh, gee, he got me there, folks. DefNoodles, deleting comments. Oh, no. What is the world coming to? Now, before I address that.
Okay, transcripts are taking the $5. You don't understand. DefNoodles is the king of satire. True. True. Yeah, king of satire. Oh, boy. It's quite the title.
That absolutely slanderous tweet. Let's take a look at a few details.
So he's saying the tweet was slanderous. My comment was removed from his comment section, but he's saying the tweet was slanderous. Here we go.
Embedded in that tweet. First off, I'd like to point out that this tweet was sent out at 12:40 a.m. West Coast time. And I don't know if most of you know this, folks, but Keemstar lives in the East Coast of the United States, which means that there's a 3-hour difference between where I live and Keemstar lives. He's in fact 3 hours ahead of me, which means that Keemstar is thinking about me at 3:40 in the fucking morning. This guy's almost in his 40s, and he's thinking about little old me, a guy who has a tenth of his fucking following. Now, some would say that
Keem's on that Twitter grind in the middle of the night. Like, so what, dude? You know how many times like I've been up late because I can't sleep? I've talked about this before on stream, and I'll say it again. Like, I deal with a condition called GERD. It's a form of like acid reflux. It's a real bitch to deal with. Interestingly enough, H3 has the same disorder. Ethan from H3, which is a real bitch to deal with. You guys probably see on his podcast, he's always clearing his throat and shit. That's what I have to deal with, and it's not fun. And sometimes when you're dealing with like the worst symptoms from it, it ends up keeping you up all night. So I find myself even on like work nights, up late at night, just like tweeting or watching YouTube videos and shit like that. So it's not uncommon for me to like tweet late at night because I can't fucking stream or like I can't sleep or whatever, right? But why does it matter if he's like on that Twitter grind, like tweeting in the middle of the night? Like, I don't see why that matters. Like, why does it matter, dude? I don't know.
Thinking about a complete stranger that lives in the other side of the country and is your business competitor at 3:40 in the morning could constitute to be an absolute obsession. But folks, let's not jump to conclusions. We got better things.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal that Keem's tweeting in the middle of the night because, you know, I'm sometimes up in the middle of the night too. But it is a little funny. It is a little funny and fun to point out. So I don't blame DefNoodles for pointing it out. It's a little funny.
Like looking at the fact that Keemstar's tweet only got 243 likes in its first 2 hours. Now I know that just a few moments ago, folks.
I never liked this argument of like someone's argument isn't valid because they don't get enough likes or retweets or whatever. Like, what the fuck does the
I don't think that's what DefNoodles is saying, because DefNoodles, this whole feud started based on Keemstar complaining about his views and saying he got shadow banned. And DefNoodles is just trying to build upon his theory that nobody gives a fuck about Keem anymore, and that's why he's not getting that many views. So I don't think he's saying Keem's argument's invalid or wrong because of the amount of likes it's getting. I think he's saying that nobody gives a fuck about Keemstar because of the amount of likes it's getting.
number of likes or retweets have to do with anything, you know? The only thing you get from it is you get to say like ratio, you know, because you got like more likes or whatever, but like, does that fucking matter, dude? I don't get it.
Folks, so we were talking about how life as an influencer shouldn't just be all about the numbers, and I firmly believe that. However, I would like to take this opportunity to do a really cold analysis and see what Keemstar's numbers mean for his social media.
I thought Ethan said that was symptoms from his Tourette's. I mean, part of it might be symptoms of his Tourette's, but I also know, like, based on, like, he has said that he has, like, GERD, and so, like, you know, I clear my throat a lot as a result of that, and I see him clearing his throat a lot, so, I don't know, maybe it's a combination of the Tourette's and the GERD, but I definitely know as somebody who suffers from GERD myself that I definitely have, you know, the need to clear my throat a lot and stuff like that, too, so, I don't know.
Presence. Now, I don't know if you know this, folks, but Keemstar has about 2.8 million followers on Twitter. Now, it is rather unusual for somebody with that many followers to get so little engagement on a tweet that they put out, especially after 2 hours. To get only 244 likes when you have 2.8 million people looking at you is extremely unusual, and one could only arrive at the conclusion that not only is Keemstar's YouTube channel dead, but his Twitter account may also be dying. Now, I know some people are going to say, but that is an absolutely anecdotal piece of evidence. It is late in the day. Nobody's going to be looking at Twitter. I bet that one of his tweets from earlier in the day had more engagement. Well, let's check, shall we? 11 hours ago, 312 likes. 12 hours ago, 183 likes. 13 hours ago, 717 likes.
This guy is just, like, so desperate to try and find any reason to, like, I'm convinced that, like, at this point, he's just as obsessed with Keemstar as H3 is, if not more.
I would agree, actually. Maybe not obsessed. I don't know. Because, like, either DefNoodles is really legitimately mad about Keem and thinks about Keem all the time, or he's just milking Keem for content and to make jokes about him. It might be the former, though, because he talks about Keem a lot, and as we saw earlier, his segments on Keem last a really long time, like more than they need to for content, right? So maybe DefNoodles is really obsessed with Keem. I definitely think DefNoodles is more obsessed with Keem than Keem is with DefNoodles.
It's so weird. Like, I have like little fucking channels that have this level of obsession on like me, but they're like little channels, so it's like most of the time you just ignore those fucking people. But like, dude, like,
I think the obsessions are funny though. I'm not against them. I'm just gonna watch and enjoy, you know?
this is like embarrassing at this point to be this obsessed with someone. It's a little bit obsessed, bro. Maybe get a new hobby.
Now, don't get me wrong, folks. 700 people is a lot of people, but you have to keep in mind that this guy has 2.8 million followers.
I kind of feel like he's probably salty because Keemstar used to praise him, and then Keemstar found out the truth about DefNoodles, and now he's like pissed because Keem will shit on DefNoodles now. Maybe don't be a shithead, and then he won't have to shit on you, dude.
Followers, and the fact that he can barely bring together 1,000 of those 2.8 million followers to like anything that he posts in his account says a lot about his social media presence. In fact, I would go as far as to say that his Twitter account isn't dying. It's already dead. And if you add that to his YouTube channel also dying, one could arrive at the conclusion that Keemstar's entire social media career is dying. Anyway, back to Keemstar's tweet and why it's slanderous.
Yeah, something else though is that I think Keemstar has a really big presence on Snapchat still. I'm not sure about that because I don't think the numbers are public on that, but I don't know. I think you'd have to check that before you make a definitive statement about Keem's presence dying, because I think Snapchat's like a really big pillar of his brand. More so than we realize.
First, let's see what this comment that got deleted said.
What Keem said about you was an obvious joke, and I allowed Keem to call in. This video is so cringe, lol.
So that comment is a reference to one of my latest videos where I react to Keemstar going on another YouTuber's live stream and making up a bunch of bullshit.
A second video where I'm referenced in said video, and he will not say, why is he so like, why does he not want to say my name? Like, why is he trying so hard to avoid saying my name? It's like, it's so weird. It's like my name is like bullets, and he's like fucking Neo from the Matrix, just like dodging that shit, you know? Like, damn. Rock and Roll, thank you for the 5. Good night, my kings and queens. Also, did you know that deep fried pizza rolls are the ultimate banger? I get it. I gotta try them, all right? I might just have to pick some up and fry them up real quick.
Yeah, Snapchat does suck, but a lot of people still use it, unfortunately.
So you can get off my fucking back about that. Goddamn. Have a good night, and thank you so much for the super chat.
About me. Now, folks, if I actually had an issue with that comment, wouldn't it be much easier for me to not put it in a video and instead just leave it in the comment section where a very tiny percentage of all of you would actually run across the comment and read it? Now, here's the truth, folks. I don't give a flying fuck that the comment was made. In fact, the only reason why the comment wasn't showing up before is because the creator was blocked on my channel, meaning that all of his comments were automatically hidden from the...
Wait. He said this on his video, and he thought this was gonna be a good look. He openly admitted to having me blocked on his channel. Now, in fairness, I'm gonna preface this by saying, in fairness to him, I could be wrong about this. I'm going simply off of my memory, okay? We all know that DefNoodles had a real reputation for like going on blocking sprees on Twitter, right? But we didn't know about him blocking on his YouTube channel. As far as we know, he wasn't doing that. But based off my memory alone, I don't recall ever leaving a comment on his channel ever. And if I did, it was probably when I was a viewer and I was leaving positive comments, right? I don't believe I've ever left a negative comment on a DefNoodles video. Now, if I'm wrong about...
Yeah, I agree with Tipster's point here with the blocking. The YouTube blocking super weird. And I don't know why he admitted it.
That he wants to correct me, he's welcome to do so, okay? I'm just being completely honest that, like, based off of my memory, I don't recall ever leaving a comment on his channel, especially a negative one.
And the fact that he didn't leave a negative comment, because if you see a comment that's, like, shitty, and you're like, I don't want this person to comment on my channel anymore, that is kind of like... I wouldn't agree with doing that, but that's kind of like a logical line of thought in terms of blocking someone. But if someone doesn't comment on your channel at all, and then you go specifically to their YouTube channel, and then to the About section, and then to the block, I feel like that's really weird. Especially since it's not common to block on YouTube.
So why was I blocked? Like, he would have to go out of his way to, like, preemptively block me, which means he'd have to go to my channel, he'd have to go to my About section, he'd have to click the little flag on my name, and hit the block button. Like, that's a decent amount of effort to go through to block someone, if you really think about it. Why block someone like that when, like, they've never even commented on your...
Do you have a particular food you like to eat while high? Candy and McDonald's. I love McDonald's when I'm high.
Fucking channel. Isn't that kind of weird? I don't know about you guys, but I think that's kind of weird, right?
Channel. But don't worry, folks. I fixed that situation. I unblocked him as well as the other 10 or so accounts that were blocked from commenting on my channel. And if anybody ever has an issue with a comment not showing up, or if they have a question, feel free to reach out. I have an email in the description down below. You can DM me on Instagram, or figure out a way to reach me, and I will look into it. I'll see how to make your comment appear, or I will invite you to comment again, and we can figure out what's wrong. You know, YouTube cycles the comments. You comment something and it immediately disappears. That's because YouTube cycles the top comments to keep...
I will say this, like, I can't tell you how many times every day I get told that I, like, delete comments on my channel. Chai X, $2 def using the picture of Keem's head is body shaming. I mean, I'm all for jokes and memes and stuff like that. I don't really care about that. But hey, you know what? That's your opinion, to each their own. I can't tell you how many times I get accused of, like, deleting comments and shit like that, and more often, it's like 9 times out of 10, it's a fucking case of, like, the spam bot or the filters on YouTube caught it, right? And then they just fucking, like, removed it or whatever. But, like, I don't delete comments. The only time I delete comments is if somebody posts something that's, like, way out of line in my comments, like they're threatening somebody else in the comment section. Keep in mind, I don't have time to read all my comments. Every once in a while, I'll scroll through the comments and just read, like, a handful of them. And if I see something that's inappropriate, like somebody's harassing a member of the comments, like taking it, like, way too far, then I might remove something like that. I've had situations where people try to post my personal information or other people's personal information in the comment section. I remove shit like that. But, like, I don't delete comments. I don't go out of my way to delete comments. But, like, I get accused so much of deleting comments because of, like, the YouTube spam filter or some shit. So I'll give him that. Like, a bunch of times, like, people's stuff gets blocked. It's a lot of times it's just because of the spam filters or whatever. So Humpty Plump says Tip doesn't delete comments. He would have got rid of mine. Damn fucking right, because you start a lot of shit in my comment section, Humpty Plump, and I still allow you to stick around. So if anybody would know that I don't delete comments, it's Humpty Plump in the chat. That guy is a shit starter in my comment section, and he's still allowed to leave comments on my channel and comment in the fucking chat. You fucking troublemaker.
People engaging with comments. I'd like to take a moment right now and actually invite this creator to comment once again in the video that he commented on, and I will pin his comment to the top of the video. Now, folks, let's take...
Okay, he welcomed me. first of all, he admitted that he had me blocked, which I still think is weird. But he invited me to leave a comment on that original video, and he would pin it. I actually tweeted about this. So DefNoodles just admitted on video that my comment was removed because he had me blocked on his channel. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't recall ever interacting on his channel. So it's kind of odd that I would be blocked when I've never even commented on his videos. He also said he unblocked me, and that if I left a new comment on the video, he would pin it. Done. And this is a comment I left. You're cringe, bro. And surprise, surprise, I gotta give him credit for this. Let's go back to that video.
Okay.
He did indeed pin my comment. You're cringe, bro. So you know what? I may not be the biggest fan of DefNoodles, but I'll give him props for one thing. In this particular case, he's a man of his word. Let me give DefNoodles a golf clap. I told him he was cringe, bro, and he pinned the comment. I got a lot of respect for that. And there's a lot of salt in the replies. It's actually pretty funny. There's a lot of salt in the replies, but whatever. That's to be expected. So there's that.
Okay. And that's his segment. Oh, and then he talks about DefNoodles being banned on Twitter again. But I will cover this. Now we get to the part that I was going to make a video on. And all my stuff is in my Premiere Pro. So I'm opening Premiere Pro. And we're going to read this. All right. Where's my Premiere Pro? Why isn't it opening? Come on. Here we go. DefNoodles. All right. So if I haven't done the voiceover for this video, and I'm not going to use this voiceover, but if I were, I'd be like, DefNoodles has been permanently suspended from Twitter in July 2021. And he tried to come back with DefNoodles Spicy, and it got banned, along with his personal account. And here is what he thinks on Instagram about it. Can I just, like, open it from the folder? Let's see. Here we go. So DefNoodles got banned on Twitter. Zoom in. Wait, what? Doesn't zoom in farther than this? Come on. My Twitter got suspended again, so both of my Twitter accounts were suspended overnight, the new DefNoodles account as well as my personal account. While I'm still waiting on an email explaining the reason for the suspension, at the moment I believe it may be related to my original suspension, as I did not recently violate any guidelines. It should be noted that I was never given a reason for my original suspension. In my opinion, there's only one person responsible for this most recent suspension. He's known as the baldest head in the East, the most famous toilet drinker in the world, the inbred Sheen Hanty known as Keemstar, aka Keemstar. Keemstar has a long history of using social media contacts to deplatform his competitors and rivals. He recently publicly demanded YouTube's CEO ban the H3 podcast because of a joke. The demand resulted in a 1-week ban of H3. It is no coincidence that my Twitter accounts got suspended mere hours after I made a video responding to slanderous claims Keemstar made about me on a recent live stream. In response, I lampooned Keemstar's obsession with me and pointed out that his social media accounts are all dying. His Twitter and YouTube are basically dead. It's weird that he says Keemstar has an obsession with him when he's uploaded so many videos on Keemstar. I don't think the obsession thing's bad, but come on, guy. Come on, dude. It should be noted that Keemstar tweeted about my suspension long before myself noticed in his tweet. Keemstar celebrated my suspension by saying it made him happy. Keemstar retweeted his tweet, which was originally posted on the day of my original suspension, around 10 p.m. Pacific time, mere minutes after my accounts were suspended. Keemstar railed against me on Twitter and live streams for nearly 3 months and has made numerous false allegations against me before I ever responded. It is my opinion that after I started responding, Keemstar started working behind the scenes to have my account suspended because he can dish it out, but when met with similar energy, he cannot take it. By the way, did I mention he likes to eat out of a toilet? Okay. As a result of these developments, I am once again offering $5,000 to the person who can get more information about my original suspension, help me successfully restore my Twitter accounts. Keyword successful. This is not a joke. This offer is 100% real. Of course, I wrote a typo in my title. Lol. Okay. Then we have Fady Queen say, Keemstar, Noodles is talking bare shit about you on Instagram. Says you got his Twitter suspended, did you? He quote tweets her and says, he said I got his Twitter taken down the first time too. DefNoodles also posted out 3 false pedo allegations in a single week. And this is just Nick's opinion, so who cares? And then we have DefNoodles responding on YouTube to this. Here we go.
Happy ending. And speaking of happy endings, an unhappy ending was recently reached on my Twitter accounts. They were both suspended, both the brand new DefNoodles account I had made less than a month ago, and which in that period of time had gained about 30,000 followers, as well as my personal Twitter account. Now, when the original DefNoodles account was suspended back in July, I was never given a reason. In fact, a bunch of journalists reached out to Twitter, and Twitter didn't tell them why my accounts were suspended, which makes it an even bigger mystery now, because my personal account has been up since the ban with absolutely no problem, even though Twitter does have a ban evasion policy where they can delete any account associated with a person who's been banned. So why were all of my Twitter accounts just mysteriously banned all of a sudden? Well, in my humble opinion, folks, and I highlight the word opinion, I believe that Keemstar is behind it, primarily because over the last few days, I have been lampooning him in my last few videos, specifically the last video where I conclusively showed that his social media presence, especially on Twitter, is completely dead and nobody gives a flying fuck about him anymore. But you know what, folks? My suspicions aren't unfounded because my accounts were banned around 10 p.m. Pacific time, and I wasn't exactly aware that they were banned when they were banned. However, one very special person was very aware when my accounts got banned, and they tweeted about it within minutes of the suspension.
DefNoodles is Twitter banned, retweeted happy.
Yes, you got that right, folks. Keemstar. He, in fact, retweeted this, a tweet which he originally tweeted when the original DefNoodles account was originally suspended, and I know for a fact that he tweeted this within minutes of my account being suspended because the first quote retweet came in at 10:30 p.m. Now, folks, we went over this a couple of days ago. I live in the West Coast. Keemstar lives in the East Coast, so he's 3 hours ahead of me. So 10:30 p.m. for me is actually 1:30 in the morning for Keemstar. Now, folks, even though the vast majority of people aren't sitting on Twitter at 1:30 in the morning trying to see what DefNoodles is doing, we know that Keemstar has done that before. I mean, the other day he tweeted about me at 3:40 in the morning, so it's not really that unusual for Keemstar to be stalking me in the wee hours of the morning. So even though I believe that all of my accounts got suspended because Keemstar reported all of them for ban evasion, I am willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, just maybe, he was sitting on Twitter just stalking and lurking through my life because he is just completely obsessed with me, and he just got lucky. Not to be completely fair, even though my opinion is that Keemstar was responsible for the reports that led to both of my accounts being suspended, there is a chance that it could have been an automated system or somebody at Twitter could have seen the accounts and just decided to suspend them for ban evasion. At the end of the day, I haven't received any information about any of the suspensions, not even the original one. However, I do have my opinions. And they're based on the fact that just a little more than a month ago in August, Keemstar publicly reported one of H3's videos to YouTube CEO and effectively got H3 a strike on their channel because he didn't like one of their jokes. So I wouldn't put it past Keemstar if he got really pissed off by the content that I was putting out and then just decided to report all of my accounts to his Twitter contact and just get me out of his way. Anyway, the day after the suspension, I posted a series of Instagram stories sharing these thoughts with my audience, and Keemstar responded on Twitter by saying this.
You said I got his Twitter taken down the first time too.
I'm sorry, Mr. Keemstar, but you are in fact incorrect. Not only are you slandering me, but you are spreading more misinformation, as is your MO, because that is literally all you know how to do. In fact, folks, I never said that Keemstar was responsible for the suspension of the original DefNoodles account. In fact, I made one video discussing it where I covered one of the biggest conspiracy theories around the suspension of the original DefNoodles account, where a lot of people were assuming, and still are assuming, that Addison Rae and her team were responsible for the takedown of the account. At the end of the day, folks, it's actually really sad to see the state of Keemstar. The guy can't write one single line of text without slandering or spreading misinformation. The guy is literally a fake news machine.
DefNoodles also put out 3 false P-word allegations in one.
This is the interesting part. Listen to this.
Is literally a fake news machine.
DefNoodles also put out 3 false P-word allegations in one single week.
If there were a slander Olympics, this guy would literally be the Michael Phelps of it. He would have more medals, more awards for the amount of slander. This guy literally spits it every
So 3 false pedo allegations in a week. This is slander, okay?
other word is something that is meant to harm or destroy someone else's reputation, and he does it with a level of expertise that honestly is scary. He must pay his lawyers a lot of fucking money because holy fucking shit, the guy can't even get 3 lines of text without writing 3 fucking lies, because there were never 3 false P-word allegations, folks. There were 2 out of over.
It wasn't 3 false pedo allegations in a week. It was 2 in a week. I don't know how that's much better.
12 that I covered against James Charles, one of which turned out to be a joke, another one that turned out to be a lie. In both instances, I diligently deleted and retracted on Twitter, and since then, I've made 2 separate videos covering the retractions. In fact, here's a...
Well, that's good, but you still made the false allegations. Like, everybody goes after Keemstar for the Tony shit, right? And he made a retraction right away. Does that take away the criticism that he did the false allegation in the first place? No. I mean, it's better that he did the retraction, but that doesn't take away the criticism. Hence why a lot of people still covered it. But apparently with DefNoodles, you can't cover that shit because he retracted it. Also 2 instead of 3. Oh, I'm sure there's 3. I think Nick keeps telling me there's 3. I think in Nick's video he shows 3. But even... the defense being that there's only 2 and not 3, it doesn't make it that much better.
A segment from one of the videos where I covered these retractions. Getting stories wrong is truly worthy of criticism. However, the whole narrative behind what he just said is absolutely blown out of proportion to the point where it completely ignores the truth. You see, in the few instances where there were mistakes made on the DefNoodles Twitter account, they were diligently corrected. Now, there were 2 mistakes that were truly worthy of criticism. They were 2 allegations in a sea of about 20 against James Charles. One where somebody straight up lied about their...
Wait, but in this video he said there's 12, but in that video he said it's about 20. So we know, and it probably was 12, so we know DefNoodles is willing to stretch some facts.
Interaction with James Charles, and another that was just a joke. Now, in both instances, not only were their tweets quickly published, retracting the story and correcting the record, but they were also covered in a video in July. Now, to say that any of the DefNoodles accounts publish misinformation has to be one of the most dishonest and slimy arguments that anybody can make against DefNoodles, and it heavily implies that that person probably doesn't follow any of the DefNoodles social accounts, because anybody who follows this channel or the Twitter or the Instagram knows for a fact every single post that goes up on a DefNoodles account has a receipt or evidence attached to it. Now, I want to draw a very sharp distinction between what I do and what Keemstar does. In the very few instances where I've gotten something wrong, it was never malicious. I immediately corrected, and I looked for ways to improve the way that I vet the information that I'm covering. Now,
That's exactly what Keemstar did in the Tony situation, though. That's generally what Keemstar does. I don't think Keemstar ever puts out false information knowing it's false. Sometimes he puts out information that he thinks is true and then it's not. But once he finds out and believes himself it's not true, then he retracts it. As anyone would. As you would. You know?
I cannot say the same for Keemstar, folks. He is a vile defamer who, in over a decade on the internet, has sought to hurt the reputations of countless YouTubers. See, I know this for a fact, folks, because even I have been a victim of his disgusting slander. You see, just a few months ago, Keemstar published an absolutely false and purposely defamatory tweet about me, claiming that I was doing some awful...
I'm gonna get McDonald's. What do you want? Give me some nuggets, dude. Okay, DefNoodles is allegedly... Whoa, what the fuck?
Things to little girls. There is absolutely...
Oh, I think he made this to make a joke or give DefNoodles a taste of his own medicine. Because this is the same week that DefNoodles made the false allegation or posted the false allegations about James Charles. So then he did that same joke back at DefNoodles. Ah, okay.
Absolutely no truth to this tweet. It has no basis in reality. In fact, this was purposely published to harm my reputation. I don't know why the fuck he thinks it's...
No, I think he was trying to make a joke about how you post information with such loose sources. Not that you... touch kids, jeez.
It's so fucking funny to use something as serious as this to try to...
Well, the reason he used something as serious as that is because you make serious allegations, pedo allegations against James Charles without vetting them first. 2 false pedo allegations. Pedo shit is serious, man.
get to people. And yet, folks, this inbred motherfucker sits on his fucking high horse and acts as though he can call anybody out for getting anything wrong when he is, in fact, purposely fucking posting wrong shit to harm his competitors. I fucking went and corrected the shit that I got wrong, and I didn't do it maliciously. This guy fucking published that bullshit maliciously because he was trying to destroy my fucking career. By the way,
Dude, he is so mad. Holy shit. Yeah, I think Dennis is fucking obsessed with Keem. Maybe even more so than Ethan. God damn. This is some serious anger.
I know you're watching this, you fucking Keemstar. How about you come on my show and we can talk this out? Otherwise, next time you come to Los Angeles, I would love to have a very nice one-to-one conversation with you.
At least he's not avoiding confrontation like Ethan does. Like, Ethan would never have a one-on-one with DefNoodles. Or never have a one-on-one with Keemstar, but DefNoodles would. That's interesting. I would love to see that play out.
It would be so friendly, so nice. And now a palate cleanser.
Okay, so this was made yesterday. Now, the next day, and usually with the Keemstar videos, it's like a segment of a larger video, right? Usually the bulk of it, but still. Today, nothing happened in between these two videos, but today, like on Twitter or anywhere else, and he says Keemstar's obsessed with him. Oh no, Keemstar made one Twitter video responding. He made one Twitter video responding. I'm forgetting. My bad. Oh, he calls Pokemon slow. I gotta see that too. Damn. Alright. I think he made one response to DefNoodles in between the videos. Yeah, here it is. DefNoodles slow, Ethan Klein slow, Keemstar fast, Nick Diorio super fast.
DefNoodles is currently trying to push this narrative that I got his Twitter taken down. And his logic for this is that I was reacting to his Twitter getting taken down early. Like, his Twitter gets banned and I'm reacting to it, like, right away. What happened in this scenario is that Nicholas Diorio, who I follow on Twitter, tweeted out that DefNoodles got banned again. So I reacted to it. I retweeted this old tweet, right? That's what happened. The funny thing is the exact same thing happened with Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein got strikes on his channel and he said, Keemstar's obviously involved. He's reacting to it. I was reacting to, again, Nicholas Diorio, who I follow on Twitter, putting out a tweet that H3's videos got fucking strikes on them. In both cases, Nicholas Diorio broke these stories and I reacted to him. And in both cases, both of these fucking clowns came to the conclusion Keemstar is responsible because he reacted to it so fast. The moral of the story is, shout out to fucking Nicholas Diorio, bro. You're faster than Keemstar, you're faster than DefNoodles, and you're faster than Ethan.
So yeah, this is 100% true. Nick tweeted about it, and then Keemstar responded. If we go into Nick's tweets, you can like line up the times exactly. Yeah, so he said that Keemstar made his tweet at 10:40 p.m. PST, which I have the same time zone as DefNoodles, and this is 10:08. So he reacted to it about 40 minutes after, or half an hour after Nick posted it. So that's like verified. And now we have now this is what I really wanted. This is why I booted up the stream. This is what I want to watch, because I started watching this. I got 3 minutes in. I'm like, holy shit, this is good. This is him making a 30-minute video dedicated to Tipster and to Keemstar. And oh boy, is it interesting. So this is what I really wanted to show you guys.
Folks, I think it's time to bring back an old segment,
Oh, thank you for gifting a sub, Dimmer Boy, by the way. Also, real quick, let's see what Keemstar had to say about Pokemon. I'm curious. Is Pokimane slow? She's acting like Shane Dawson's coming back video is an apology video. No, Shane made his apology video 2 years ago and left for 2 years. This is a comeback video.
The way that he's jumping between topics, I hate to say it, it just sends such disingenuous vibes. Like, if you really care about something, like, hey, I want to come back and I want to seriously apologize and I want people to know how aware I am of the shitty things that I did. You know what? Even you guys, in your personal lives, have you ever had someone apologize to you, and when they do it, when you feel like it's a real apology, they sit down, they look like they feel bad, and they tell you at length, honestly, how they feel, what they did wrong. Like, they ask how they can help. Like, that's how you really do it. Whereas if someone's like, sorry you feel that way, but like, if you hate me, you're gonna hate me. If someone's gonna like me, they're gonna like me. And like, oh my god, my cat's so cute. Like, if someone apologized like that, you'd be like, what? It wouldn't feel right. I feel.
Yeah, she's slow as fuck. She's stupid. Also, it's kind of ironic that she's judging, like, this obviously not an apology video from Shane, but it's funny that she's judging apology videos when, you know, she didn't really do a great job on hers. And I'm the person she was apologizing to, so. Yeah, her apologies fucking sucked cock. She only did it for PR. She never apologized to me privately. She did it all for PR. And she didn't apologize to me for the right things. She's... Alright.
Favorite, if you will. You so stupid! I miss doing this segment, folks, and you know, it's very much needed at a time like this. The internet has been absolutely going off the rails with this is not a drill, this is a Keemstar alert. You've heard that right? This is not a drill, the Keemstar is on the loose. This is a Keemstar alert. The Keemstar is on the loose. This is a Keemstar alert. Really?
That lasted way too long.
This guy again? We just literally talked about him 2 days ago. Oh, he's back to slandering people? Oh, he's slandering me? Of course, on his dead Twitter account.
I'm currently being hit with a lot. You know, I got these other YouTubers that just literally make up shit about me. Like, nonstop. Like, just fucking blatant lies.
Name one. One fucking lie that somebody's made up about you. I'll wait.
You know, Tipster exposed one of these guys yesterday on his channel. Tipster's a smaller YouTuber, and he fucking just flat out lamb-basted this fucking fool.
Wait a minute, folks. He lamb-basted a YouTuber? I had no idea you could legally do that to a human being, but guess if Army Hammer can do it, so can everybody else.
And of course, that same fool got his Twitter taken down, and he's fucking blaming me for getting his Twitter taken down.
Oh, wait a minute. He's talking about me? I had no idea I got lamb-basted. I hope I was delicious. So let's look for this video, shall we? So I can see how I got lamb-basted. I mean, I feel so out of the loop.
DefNoodles is still a dishonest hack.
Oh, that hurt. I had no idea I was a dishonest hack. I really hope they have a lot of evidence and no contradictions whatsoever so that they don't look like a massive hypocrite. Like,
holy shit. He's about to go in on Tipster.
Like, I know absolutely nothing about this guy, folks, outside of Keemstar saying he lamb-basted me and then this guy calling me a dishonest hack. I feel like I have to learn more about him. Maybe his set will inform us a little bit of what he stands for. Let's see, over here on this bookshelf directly behind him, we have a Keemstar bottle. You know what, folks? We shouldn't jump to conclusions here. Maybe Keemstar just gave him that bottle as a gift and he just really, really loves having water bottles with Keemstar's logo on it on his set directly behind him. You know what? Let's look somewhere else. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any more Keemstar memorabilia anywhere in his set. Wait, that is a vinyl version of Dollar in the Woods, Keemstar's song. Also, directly behind him. I'm starting to see a pattern here, folks. Maybe he just has an affinity for Keemstar. It's not like he's a fan. I mean, in order for him to be a fan, he would at least have to have one more object directly behind him. Also, he's also got Keemstar's figurine. Wow. Sounds like he really likes Keemstar. At the end of the day, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I believe that he will be unbiased and actually have an honest opinion about this whole situation. He thinks I'm a hack because I am truly a hack. It's not because he's just trying to defend Keemstar, which is exactly why Keemstar recommended the video, because Keemstar is unbiased, he has a commitment to the truth, and he never slanders. Oh, that was hard to say. Anyway, folks, all this investigating into this person that Keemstar vouched for and said that he made it a...
Well, yeah, this is like extreme poisoning the well. Holy shit. This is like dumping a whole fucking gallon of fucking poison in the well. Damn.
Amazing video lambasting me. Got me kind of curious, like, what kind of videos does he put out?
DefNoodles has zero credibility. Hashtag defamation noodles.
Wait a minute, folks. This guy who has all this Keemstar memorabilia thinks that I have zero credibility? Oh, he called me defamation noodles? Oh, I feel the spears of slander going through the heart. But wait a minute, folks. There's more. In his thumbnail, he has Donald Trump pointing at me, calling me fake news. All jokes aside, folks, I can't really tell if he was trying to be ironic by saying that I have absolutely no credibility and literally having the biggest liar in American history pointing at me and calling me fake news. Anyway, folks, now that we've established that this person who Keemstar vouched for so strongly thinks that I'm a hack, that I'm dishonest, that I have no credibility, in fact, I'm fake news, wouldn't it be delectably ironic if this person ended up using me as a source in one of their videos? Because that is exactly what they did on July 8th. In fact, they show an article in their video that is completely based around my Twitter posts.
Holy shit, that's some deep cut investigation, DefNoodles. Damn. You went out of your way to find Tipster covering a story that you helped cover. I feel like that would have been hard to dig through with all of his streams.
Must be kind of weird to very publicly call someone fake news and then...
This is a very deep dive, dude. And we're only 4 minutes in out of 32.
Turn around a little bit later and literally use an article as a source for a video that is literally based on the Twitter posts of the person who you called fake news. So according to Keemstar's favorite guy, if I'm fake news and he's using my content as source material for his content, does that mean that he's fake news? Oh, we wouldn't want to connect the dots like that, folks. It demands too much brain power. Oh, but come on, folks. That is just one instance. It's not like it literally happened again the very next day. Well, I don't know what to say. I guess he hates fake news, but he loves to use it for content. But in all seriousness, folks, I bet that if I went through more videos, I could certainly find more...
Well, he's not saying DefNoodles is fake news all the time, just in that one instance. For the video that he was making about DefNoodles getting something wrong. I like that DefNoodles didn't even address what Tipster was talking about in the Defamation Noodles video. I don't know what it was, but like the fact that he didn't mention it is like he might have been actually guilty. Like fake news. Like, what was this about? Oh, this was literally about the allegations that in the last DefNoodles video, he admitted to getting wrong. And in this tweet, he admitted to getting wrong. So he's literally reporting on something that DefNoodles admitted to. So... if we go by DefNoodles logic, if Tipster's a Keemstar dick sucker for this video, then DefNoodles is a Keemstar's dick sucker for admitting his fault. Because this is just pointing out his fault. Oh my god, this is so stupid.
More instances where he used the articles as source material for his videos that ended up being sourced from my posts. But at the end of the day, I feel like the point has been made. Guy's a fucking hypocrite. If you're gonna call me fake
He's a hypocrite? What do you...
news, then you can never again use an article that uses me as a source for content, because that immediately makes you look like fake news.
No, it's that... when someone says they're posting fake news, it isn't 100% or 0%. You know? He's just pointing out you made a mistake. I don't know.
I mean, the level of cognitive dissonance that someone must have to make such a massive and defamatory statement like that, saying he's fake news, he should not be trusted because of X, Y, Z, and then turn around.
He should not be. You admitted that you can't be trusted with pedo allegations in this video, in this very video, in his own tweet.
Around like just a few days later, say, hey, look, here's an article, and look who's sourced. It's DefNoodles. You know, the guy we were just talking about yesterday, who's fake news, but this article isn't fake news because, you know, I'm just too lazy to write my own script or do any research. I just want to read someone else's words off a page and call that a video. Anyway, let's watch this video that Keemstar loved, and let's see if this Keemstar sycophant was actually capable of getting through the video without being biased, hypocritical, or slandering me.
Overall, you know, there are some people who actually like DefNoodles, and that's fine. I'm not one of them. There's a reason why people like to call DefNoodles defamation noodles, because he's just it's not uncommon for him to just report on literal misinformation about people and stuff like that.
Oh, yes. So unbiased and so much evidence to prove the misinformation he's talking about, huh? At the end of the day, it's good to see that he seems to subscribe to the Keemstar mantra of talking out your ass, spouting a bunch of lies, and never having any evidence to back it.
I don't think Tipster doesn't have evidence. It's just that he's not going to bring evidence to every single little claim he's making when it's an aside to a point he's trying to get to. I'm sure he could bring up the evidence of what he's talking about. The evidence is right here in the video you mentioned earlier. This is what he's talking about. This is what he's talking about. Literally, this is what he's talking about right here. I don't have my cursor on. Can I, like, turn it on? Capture cursor. Yeah. This is what he's talking about. Am I mute? No, I'm not muted. What?
Makes it easier to know who to trust.
DefNoodles actually featured some highlights from my stream where Keemstar, who I noticed just showed up in the chat.
Oh, dude, the boss is watching the live stream. Make sure you impress him. He may give you a shout out, hopefully.
First, just like portray me as a victim. Try to make it seem like Keemstar like forced his way on my show and like overtook my show.
Folks, he is 100% correct. In fact, everything I presented in my video is complete manipulation. It is so far from the truth. In fact, as soon as Keemstar said that he wanted to join his live stream, he was so comfortable with it that he said this.
Gold standard or whatever, but in any case, Keem says, how do I call in? I don't know. It depends on what you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Keem?
He seems hesitant, folks, but maybe I'm just reading too much into it. It's not like moments later, he literally says something that could lead one to believe that he fears regretting allowing Keemstar on the live stream.
Oh, God. Keem wants to call in. What is this about? What am I getting myself into by allowing Keem to call in? Oh, boy.
I don't know about you folks, but every time I'm about to do something good and positive for my life, I always say, oh, what am I about to get myself into? In fact, the last time I said it was right before I had to tightrope walk between two buildings. I had to use a body double for it. What? I don't have life insurance. Anyway, back to our friend. He continued to explain why it's totally normal.
That's a decent point by DefNoodles.
For Keemstar to join his live stream the way that he did.
It's no big deal. He's not hijacking my show or anything like that. He comes on and we have discussions about whatever the fuck is on his mind.
Exactly, folks. Whenever Keemstar joins his live stream, they have lively discussions where he literally sits for nearly 4 minutes without saying a single word before Keemstar says this.
I'm out.
Oh, shit. Shout out to Keemstar, guys. Holy shit. But no, like, on a serious note, that's actually a really good fucking idea.
What a lively one-sided discussion. I really hope he gets to get a word in next time. Maybe if he learns how to impersonate Keemstar, then maybe Keemstar will hear the Keemstar voice and then think that Keemstar is the one talking, and then maybe Keemstar will stop talking for once. However, unfortunately, it's not a surefire plan, folks, because if there's one person who loves to hear Keemstar talk, it's Keemstar.
I went on your show before I responded to that tweet. Also, is the order of like events that he's describing not true? So he's not even, according to Keemstar in the chat, Keem says, I went on your show before. I
like the Mario 64 music, though.
Responded to that tweet. So he's not even retelling, like, the order of events correctly. Defamation Noodles is at it again. Literally spreading misinformation even more.
Oh, no, folks. They got me. I can't believe it. that this guy is believing the biggest serial liar on fucking YouTube history instead of looking up the fucking dates on the videos. Because if he did, he would find out that the biggest fucking serial liar in YouTube history, Keemstar, is yet again fucking lying. Because I covered the live stream on October 5th and I covered the tweets on October 7th. You know, this guy who loves to say defamation noodles so much has gotten so much shit wrong in the literal 2 minutes of his live stream.
Wait, what was the order that they were arguing about? Because he's saying, okay, wait.
And they said, you are in fact getting divorced. You're dating a 18-year-old.
Not only did I never fucking say that, but it's...
Right? What did you guys think? Rocket Room, thank you for the $5 super chat. Tipster are willing to quote yourself on dating the YouTuber. He won't say the YouTuber. Like, this is me. This is a clip of me on his channel, right? He won't say the name of the YouTuber. He's just like, oh, he went on this show while I was live. And that's when they told me, yeah, like, it's a fucking meme. And it's become like the biggest fucking memes. Me supposedly flirting with E-girl. Hey, why are you so afraid to say my name, bro?
The art form of barging into someone else's room and saying the weirdest bullshit to try to get a reaction out of the person who's welcoming him into that room, thus creating a super awkward moment that is really...
I'm not gonna interrupt what I'm doing to bring him on, but like if he wants to call in, he can call in, you know, as long as time permits. And you know, he calls in from time to time. It's no big deal. He's not hijacking my show or anything like that. He comes on and we have discussions about whatever the fuck is what I'm talking about here. Here we go.
So that is not where it ends, because Keemstar must have some weird obsession with me, because literally hours after he blocked someone on Twitter just for posting a screenshot of one of my tweets, he literally went on another YouTuber's live stream and just started talking.
Okay, so the order he's saying...
And taking obvious jokes that Keemstar made out of context, and even went as far as like portray me as a victim, try to make it seem like Keemstar like forced his way on my show and like overtook my topic. I'm not gonna interrupt what I'm doing to bring him on, but or anything like that. He comes on and we have discussions about Rocket Room was a fucking joke.
It's so hard to it's so hard to fucking skim through long videos because each like fucking pixel's like a minute.
Like Keemstar was like being serious or trying to like slander him or something. Let me go ahead and show you guys so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. Here we go.
So that is not where it ends, because Keemstar must have some weird obsession with me, because literally hours after he blocked someone on Twitter.
Hours after he blocked someone on Twitter.
Just for posting a screenshot of one of my tweets, he literally went on another YouTuber's live stream and just started talking shit about me for absolutely no reason.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Funny that like he won't say the YouTuber. He won't say the YouTuber. Like, this is me. This is a clip of me on his channel, right? He won't say the name of the YouTuber. He's just like, oh, he went on this other YouTuber stream. Rocket Room, thank you for the 5. Keemstar, when his Tipster gonna host Drama Alert documentary. I'm not talented enough to do one of those documentaries. Nick can do that shit, all right? Nick is more than talented enough to do those documentaries for Keem. I certainly ain't that talented, but I appreciate the gesture, Rocket Room. But check this out.
I was watching a brand new DefNoodles, and they said, you are in fact getting a divorce. You're dating a 18-year-old.
Not only did I never...
Okay, so this was an obvious fucking joke. For those of you guys who aren't...
Okay, what was he saying with the order? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to like figure out what's going on here.
Spreading misinformation even more.
Oh no, folks. They got me. I can't believe it. That this guy is believing the biggest serial liar. Start talk, it's Keemstar.
I went on your show before I responded to that tweet. Also, is the order of...
Okay, so they are talking about a tweet. Wait.
Keemstar will stop talking for once. However, unfortunately, it's not a surefire plan, folks, because if there's one person who loves to hear Keemstar talk, it's Keemstar.
I went on your show before I responded to that tweet. Also, is the order of like events that he's describing...
Okay, so DefNoodles is saying that Keemstar blocked someone on Twitter for pointing at... Okay, so the original drama happened where Keemstar made a video saying that a fight was confirmed when it wasn't. DefNoodles called him out for it on Twitter. People kept posting DefNoodles' tweet under Keemstar's tweets. Keemstar got frustrated and blocked him, and then he went on Tipster's stream to vent. But what Keemstar and Tipster are saying is that he went on Tipster's stream before he started blocking people. Okay, so we have to go... This is so goddamn confusing. We have to go back to... this one. So this video is... Where are the tweets?
Bring that story in his Twitter replies.
Also,
okay.
Look.
So when did DefNoodles make that tweet? I assume it would be the same day Keem released that video. Oh no, okay. The 4th of October.
Exactly what Keem...
The 4th of October at 6 p.m.
Keem did. Keem blocked me, LMAO. I'm surprised he hasn't blocked me, LMAO. Only thing I did was show what DefNoodles said, LMAO.
Okay, yeah, okay. For October 4th around 4 p.m. Okay? October 4th around 4 p.m. When did Keem go on his show? No, this. Wait. Keem calls in. This is a separate Keem call in. Where's the Keemstar call in? Keemstar calls in about YouTube notifications. Okay. What time was this? Can we like see? Does Tipster have like a clock? Doesn't he have like a clock in the background? Do we know what time this was? We might be able to go back in like Tipster's... Oh no, Tipster deleted all his tweets recently, so I can't go back to when he like said the stream was starting. Because it's 45 minutes into whenever the stream started. I don't know what time it was when the stream started. And I can't... Oh, maybe I could figure it out based on like his desktop? No, it's too cropped. God damn. Is there anything indicating the time that this was streamed at all? Like at any point in the stream? Because then I could just add or subtract. Fuck. Are you kidding me? And then Tipster deleted all his tweets recently. I hate it when fucking YouTubers delete their tweets, dude. It's so fucking annoying. Like, he just deleted all his tweets a couple days ago, so I literally can't see when he was ready to stream. Live chat replay? Yeah, but it doesn't say, like, what time. Like, what... Maybe someone in the chat will say, oh, it's this time in PST. Probably not. Fuck. Yeah, he just delete. I fucking hate it when people delete their tweets. It's so fucking annoying. Fuck, when did this stream start? There's literally... Doesn't he usually have a clock in the background? Holy shit. Fucking goddamn it. This is like, it's actually important for me to figure out what time this was, because it proves whether or not DefNoodles is being disingenuous in his video or not. You can turn on live timestamps on live chat? How? Oh, okay. Okay. No, it's timestamp for the video, not for the actual time that happened. That's for, like, the video's length, not the actual, like, date it happened. Fuck! This is so fucking annoying. God damn. Because it seems like a trivial detail, but it's really important to know the order of things, because DefNoodles is saying that these guys are wrong. But he's not providing, like, proof.
Not true. So he's not even, according to Keemstar in the chat, Keem says, I went on your show before I responded to that tweet. So he's not even retelling like the order of events correctly. Defamation Noodles is at it again, literally spreading misinformation even more.
Oh no, folks, they got me. I can't believe it that this guy is believing the biggest serial liar on fucking YouTube history instead of looking up the fucking dates on the videos. Because if he did, he would find out that the biggest fucking serial liar in YouTube history.
Yeah, he says if you look up the dates on the videos, you know that Keemstar is lying.
Keemstar is yet again fucking lying, because I covered the live stream on October 5th.
Yeah, you covered the live stream on October 5th.
And I covered the tweets on October...
No, DefNoodles is fucking wrong here, because the tweets he was talking about in the Tipster video is he's talking about when you said Keemstar was reacting to people blocking him, which was in the October 5th video. He's reacting to the October 5th video. Nothing about the October 7th video is present in this conversation. Because he's talking about whether or not Keemstar went on the stream after blocking people on Twitter to rant about DefNoodles, or if he went on Tipster's stream, ranted about DefNoodles, and then happened to start blocking people because of that other DefNoodles story. Which would be a possibility, because I don't think Keemstar talked about DefNoodles, because he was blocking DefNoodles because he was calling him out on the fight being confirmed and not really confirmed, like that clickbait stuff. But in the Tipster stream, he didn't mention that. He was just complaining about other things. So it could be possible that before Keemstar was even aware that DefNoodles called him out on that, he went on Tipster's stream. When DefNoodles is saying that he went on Tipster's stream because of that situation to talk about DefNoodles. My brain hurts too. And I can't fucking prove it because Tipster doesn't have fucking timestamps anywhere. This is why I like Augie streams, because he has a fucking clock. You know how fucking important that shit... I guess there's no clock here too. No, you can see my clock in the bottom right-hand corner. It's 8:28. Dude, there's nothing to indicate what time this was. I can't fucking... And the only way I would know is if he tweeted about it, because he always tweets when he's live, but he didn't tweet about it. Does he fucking Instagram when he's live? Am I live? I'm live. I'm live. Well, Instagram doesn't have timestamps. Look at Tipster's Discord. Does Tipster show his Discord? I don't think he shows his Discord at all. Or I could ask him to show his Discord. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I really want to know. He posts on Discord when he goes live? Wait. Announcements. Okay, yeah, here we go. Wait, no. His last announcement. Tipster content. I just have to DM Tipster. Okay, I just asked him in DMs. It's so fucking annoying.
October 7th. You know, this guy who loves to say defamation noodle so much has gotten so much shit wrong in the literal 2 minutes of his live stream that we looked at that I should literally print out DefNoodles t-shirts and send it to him, because this guy is straight up winning the fucking defamation Olympics by pure fucking ignorance, because he's just incapable of doing basic fucking research.
Keem says, yep, the order's wrong. Good to know.
Basic research. I can't even fucking research. Number one, you researched it wrong, DefNoodles. Because you fucking either intentionally or unintentionally misinterpreted what he was saying in terms of the order of events, because you were aligning the wrong events. And number two, it's not simple research, because I can't fucking get the timestamp without having to DM Tipster. Because fucking Tipster does not put fucking any indication of what time it is on the streams.
At the end of the day, folks, you can't blame the guy. Big boss Keemstar said that the order was wrong. He just has to take it as gospel. He can't go up against the boss. He's gonna get kicked out of the payroll. And what the hell is he supposed to do with all that Keemstar memorabilia if he gets kicked out of the payroll?
Watch his reaction to this.
You're dating a 18-year-old.
Not only did I never fucking say that, but as far as I can remember, I have never spoken about that individual on this channel. But folks,
number one, taking this like obvious joke as if it's fucking serious. I never fucking said that.
Add this to the Museum of Regrettable Video Pauses, folks, because if he had allowed the video to run for literally just 2 more seconds, he would have gotten the full context of what I was saying and seen that I literally explained that Keemstar was pranking or joking or doing a ruse on his live stream. But folks, you can't blame him. We're talking about Keemstar and his folks here. How the fuck are they supposed to spread lies if they're taking in the full context? And with all that being said, here is the full context so you can see what I'm talking about. Not only did I never fucking say that, but as far as I can remember, I've never spoken about that individual on this channel. But folks, moments later, Keemstar explains that it is a hilarious ruse of his to just go into this individual's live stream and start making a bullshit about me. Oh wow, so I did provide the full context by saying that Keemstar thought it was a hilarious ruse. I wonder when he hears it if he'll acknowledge that I gave the full context or just completely ignore it. So moments later, Keemstar explains that it is a hilarious ruse of his to just go into this individual's live stream and start making a bullshit about me. You see, folks, Keemstar has mastered—
He's making up bullshit about him.
Tell me you're a dishonest fuck without telling me you're a dishonest fuck. Actually, folks, I think—
Well, Tipster was in the stream when we reacted this that part earlier, and he said that a ruse doesn't count as a joke, because ruse means something else, and that, what else did he say? He said that DefNoodles said it was slander, so he wouldn't take it as a joke if he put slander in the title. I don't know. I think DefNoodles is right on this particular point.
I think I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and just send him a fucking dictionary so he can learn what the meaning of the word ruse is before he spouts out some fucking bullshit.
It was a fucking joke, dog. Keemstar's going on his show as a ruse to make up bullshit about me. It was a fucking joke.
The fact that he's doubling down while mentioning my fucking words and saying that it's meant to be a joke without realizing that he's mentioning my words to say that it's meant to be a joke is the most hilarious thing I've heard in a while. It's the type of irony that you literally can't write. You gotta love it when you witness somebody's cell phone moment after moment after moment after moment.
Yo, you're in trouble. Why? Oh shit. That crypto shit.
I'll say this. I remember when I originally saw this clip, I'm like, dog, those guys fucking dogged on Keem.
Oh, dude, you're doing great. He'll definitely keep you on the payroll if you defend him on this. Assault against him. There's been a litany of one video that's—
Tipster didn't defend Keem on that, though. What? That's such a dishonest cut. Wait, what? He didn't— we watched the clip. He didn't defend Keem. He said Keem was like goofy for that shit.
Guys who aren't—
Went on his show. This motherfucker went on his show. He said it was on anti—
2016. You're a 40-year-old man talking about internet, right? What did you guys think? Rock, everyone,
thank you so much for the sub, Strawberry Short or Strawberry Court Cakes.
For the $5 super chat, Tipster are willing to quote yourself on dating a 19-year-old. Fucking joke.
It's Keemstar's MO as we've seen, but give him a chance. The video gets better as he starts interacting with people.
What's up, buddy? How you doing? Hey, how we doing though? Real good. You good? I just did a pop.
Hey, was fronting on, bro. That was funny. Keem thinks it was funny. Okay, well, as long as you think it's funny, that's fine. But yeah, those guys were fronting on you, dude. We're getting to that age, Keem. We're getting to that age where like the youngins, they look at us like old farts, bro. I mean, granted, you're old, and then told a joke about how I was supposedly getting a divorce and that he heard from DefNoodles.
As he has done before in this classic video.
Now he fucking famous somehow, and I'm famous. You're in trouble. Why? Oh shit. That crypto shit.
I'll say this. I remember when I originally saw this clip, I'm like, dog, those guys fucking dogged on Keem. They fucking fronted on Keem. Like, I know Keemstar's in the chat right now. Be honest, dude. Like, did you feel like the odd one out in the room in this situation? Because they did you dirty, dog. Like, holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Mr. Return is saving the $2.
Wait, no, he is defending Keem. I thought he was making fun of Keem, but no, he's saying that the other guys dogged on Keem. So he's putting the blame on the other people, not Keem.
Def scared of context, so he doesn't name you. True. Dude, they were hating on Keem, bro.
Yeah, they're saying they were hating on— okay, yeah, never mind. DefNoodles is right there. My bad. Oops.
It's been made in the past week about Keem.
Is that true, Keem? Was there only one video when you were saying there were a lot of T videos about you? Is that true, or were there like more? I'm kind of curious if that's something he lied about too, because he's literally like, oh, there was one video made about you in that time period.
This guy literally has a functioning computer with YouTube open directly in front of him. And instead of taking the 2 fucking seconds to open a new tab, type in Keemstar, and look through the videos that were uploaded over the last couple of days, this guy's gonna turn to his fucking chat and ask Keemstar, the biggest serial liar in the history of YouTube, if what I said was correct. I'm telling you, you can't write this shit. Anyway, folks, unfortunately for him, his boss, Keemstar, never responded, so I'll just take the liberty right now of doing the search for us, folks, so that we can see whether the numerous videos that Keemstar said that were made comparing him to Gabby Hanna and saying that his channel was dead were actually made. And surprise, surprise, folks, they weren't. In fact, the only 2 videos about the subject are the 2 that I covered in my video. Oh, that was so hard to do, folks. I don't think I'll ever get those 2 seconds of my life back.
I kind of feel like he's probably salty because Keemstar used to praise him, and then Keemstar found out the truth about DefNoodles, and now he's like pissed because Keem will shit on DefNoodles now.
Oh, folks, this guy, so good at defamation and spreading misinformation. You gotta love it, though. Him just jumping to conclusions without knowing jack shit. In fact, I have addressed what happened between Keemstar and I, and it has absolutely nothing to do with what this dumb fuck said. In fact, Keemstar is so out of his fucking mind when it comes to competition, folks, that even though we had spoken for literally months over DMs, we have each other's phone numbers, we texted, we even talked on the phone several times, one time for almost an hour, even though we had somewhat of an acquaintance with each other. The minute that Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas started retweeting me, he absolutely lost his shit, even though I had nowhere near the same relationship that I had with Keemstar. Like, I actually kind of knew Keemstar. I had never even spoken to Ethan or Trisha, and he fucking lost his shit to the point where he DM'd me this.
You have lost your motherfucking way, and you have lost your motherfucking mind. The day has come, Dennis, and when it comes, I want you to know it was me. What? No comment? Why are you working for Ethan and Trisha?
I totally ignore those DMs, folks. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Reassure some insecure 40-year-old man having a midlife crisis in his home office trembling because one guy is making videos in the same segment as him? Oh, man, was so fucking pathetic. Anyway, the next day, he did DM me again, and not really apologizing, but just kind of acknowledging that he had a mental breakdown and that it's not normal to do what he did. And from that day on, folks, this motherfucker started attacking me constantly, nonstop.
I mean, that's... Usually Keem doesn't do that. Usually Keem just yells at people and dips, but the fact that he acknowledged he went a little overboard there is something. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if like DefNoodles is the most reliable narrator with anybody in this situation. I don't know who's the most reliable narrator, but like maybe there's other things that went down that he's like taking out to like, you know, present in a certain way, but I essentially believe that DefNoodles was talking with Keem. DefNoodles started retweeting some Ethan and Trisha shit, and Keemstar went overboard. But also, it's known... DefNoodles is also known for going overboard with, like, blocking and getting really sensitive and stuff like that, so... They might have triggered each other, if I'm gonna be fair, but I definitely think, you know... DefNoodles accidentally pinched a nerve with Keem that he didn't mean to pinch. I mean, sometimes with a lot of these YouTubers, it's like walking on eggshells, and sometimes you accidentally walk, you know, on an egg that you didn't mean to step on or something like that.
Stop on his Twitter, and I allowed Keemstar to attack me for a while, folks, before I started responding. And you know what magically happened after I started responding? My Twitter account got permanently suspended. And you know who celebrated? You got that right, Keemstar. Anyway, back to our poorly informed friends video where I respond to Keemstar falsely claiming that I deleted his comment from one of my videos. The only reason why that comment wasn't showing up before is because the creator was blocked on my channel, meaning that all of his comments were automatically hidden from the...
Wait. He said this on his video and he thought this was going to be a good look. He openly admitted to having...
Yeah, see, this is where I agree with Tipster. Like, this is probably his strongest point.
He blocked on his channel.
I don't think this is the gotcha moment that he thinks it is, folks. I mean, what the fuck would he rather I do? Lie? Anyway, seeing that he's willing to make it such a big deal that I was honest about having him blocked, I wonder if he's ever blocked anyone.
If Tipster didn't block me, I would have posted it there. Yeah, block all the people who talk facts and you just turn around and talk trash on them while they blocked. Always a coward who picks on women, aren't you, Tipster? He has me blocked. Same. What did he block you for? Mine was a joke that I got more views than him. Because I'm friends with people he doesn't like me.
So those are just 4 people that I found he blocked on.
Yeah, it was more of just pointing out how weird it is to go out of your way to block someone on YouTube when it's not, like, really something that comes to mind. Like, blocking on Instagram and Twitter is, like, pretty common, but on YouTube, I guess most people don't think of it, so it's just... It's a little weird. Like, I don't go out of my way to block people I don't like on YouTube, because the only thing that it does is stop them from commenting on videos. And... I don't know. Why wouldn't you want your enemies to comment on your videos so you can shit on them and ratio them in your own video? I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense. Like, on Twitter, like, you might not want to see their tweet replies or their tweets or they're being annoying or whatever. Same maybe on Instagram or annoying in DMs, you know. There's DMs on Instagram and Twitter. On YouTube, there isn't DMs. There used to be, but there isn't anymore. And you don't, like, get their videos out of your subscription feed or your algorithm if you block them. It's more of just blocking them from commenting on your YouTube comment section, which is just a little different. So I think a block on YouTube is definitely a lot stranger than a block on Twitter or Instagram due to the amount of stuff that is blocked from you being able to do on Twitter and Instagram versus on YouTube, which is just the comment section.
On Twitter. Now, I don't know why he blocked those people. I'm sure that if he felt like he had to block them, he had good reason to block them. I'm not here to judge how someone uses a block function. I just think it's incredibly ironic that he's going to sit there and act like me saying that I blocked him is a gotcha moment when he also uses the block function. Hypocrisy. It's hilarious to witness. Anyway, he later talks about his comment being...
Yeah, but the block function on yeah, as I said earlier, there's a bit of a difference.
Deleted, which it wasn't. He was blocked on my YouTube account, as I explained. And when you block someone on YouTube, the comment automatically gets hidden.
I also left a comment on this video. I said, I'm willing to bet, excuse me, this comment gets deleted, haha. And this is the comment I left. I said, what Keem said about you was an obvious joke. And I allowed Keem to call in. This video is so cringe. And if you look at the update, the comment is gone.
And shortly after he tweeted about the comment being removed from my video, guess who tweeted falsely claiming that the comment had been deleted from my video?
DefNoodles exposed for deleting YouTube comments that call him out for his fake news.
Oh no, folks, Keemstar, he's got me again. Oh, what shall I do with my life? Now, as I've said, the comment was never deleted. It was just automatically hidden because that's what YouTube does when you block an account. Now, with that being said, folks, there is one way that you can still see a hidden comment once the account is blocked, and that is by looking at the comment section through the original account that was blocked. Now, I'm happy to say that I have evidence that the comment was never deleted, because when this dumb fuck showed that I'd actually followed through with my promise and pinned his new comment to my video, he unknowingly exposed that the comment that they were all saying that had been deleted was actually still in the fucking video.
When a comment is hidden on YouTube, the person who posted it can still see it. But I think if it's deleted, nobody can see it, not even you. So I think what Tipster meant to say when he said deleted is that it was hidden. I think. I don't know. If someone deletes another person's comment, can the original person still see it? I know with hiding, the original person can still see it, but with deleting, I'm not too sure. I'd have to, like, test that out, I guess.
I find it so incredibly hilarious that these dumb fucks keep fucking self-owning every fucking time they think they got a gotcha moment. It is literally filling my soul with joy. Anyway, folks, that was the video that Keemstar put his full weight behind and said it completely lambasted me. And honestly, I don't know how I'm supposed to survive such a shit attempt at getting at me. Anyway, folks, in true Keemstar fashion, he didn't shut the fuck up after that. He kept running his mouth and slandering a whole bunch of people, as he does all the time.
DefNoodles is currently trying to push this narrative that I got his Twitter taken down. And his logic for this is that I was reacting to his Twitter getting taken down early.
Is this motherfucker capable of putting out any information that isn't completely false? Because this is actually what I said. At the end of the day, I haven't received any information about any of the suspensions, not even the original one. However, I do have my opinions. And they're based on the fact that just a little more than a month ago in August, Keemstar publicly reported one of H3's videos to YouTube CEO and effectively got H3 a strike on their channel because he didn't like one of their jokes. So I wouldn't put it past Keemstar if he got really pissed off by the content that I was putting out and then just decided to report all of my accounts to his Twitter contact and just get me out of his way. How the fuck can somebody be a news source and to get so much shit wrong? Anyway, Dumbfuck Star kept going and, went after Ethan Klein because it's the obligatory mention.
The funny thing is the exact same thing happened with Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein got strikes on his channel, and he said, Keemstar's obviously involved. He's reacting to it.
Once again, Keemstar is fucking wrong. The reason why everybody was suspicious about Keemstar's involvement in the strike that H3 got was because Keemstar said this in a Twitter video where he literally tagged YouTube CEO and Team YouTube.
I really want to fucking know, Susan, Team YouTube, everybody at YouTube, why is it Keemstar versus H3 and YouTube staff? Explain that to me. Why is there blatant favoritism? I have the emails. I have all the proof to back it up. I have sent emails when he broke TOS saying, hey, look, he's doing the same thing that you threatened to kick me out of the partnership program.
So let me explain this to you, you inbred dumb fuck. The reason why everyone thought you were behind the strike that H3 got wasn't because you were one of the first ones to tweet about it. It was because you literally tagged YouTube CEO and Team YouTube in the Twitter video where you literally admit to sending emails to snitch on the H3 channel because they were breaking TOS. But in common Keemstar fashion, folks, he is already trying to spin his way out of this with a bunch of fucking lies.
Ethan was right, though. You flagged his channel and got him banned for a week. I made a Twitter video complaining about the bias of YouTube not taking action on his content by taking action on mine. I never flagged this channel. You, him, and others have flat out lied and used the term flag instead of just saying Keem made a Twitter vid complaining.
Inbred dumb fuck Keemstar never flagged the H3's videos. In fact, let's watch that Twitter video that Keemstar tagged YouTube CEO and Team YouTube in slow motion so we can see what Snitchstar actually said.
I have sent emails when he broke TOS saying, hey, look, he's doing the same thing that you threatened to kick me out of the partnership program.
That's not flagging, folks. That's just sending emails snitching, which is technically the same thing, but who's really keeping track?
It's been bothering me, the direction our community is headed. And I've complained about it a lot, like the cancel culture, the T channels.
Well, I am so glad that Keemstar, as a T channel, has an awareness of the awful things he has been doing consistently. Thank goodness that he's taking accountability and trying to change so he can help the community. Now, in all seriousness, folks, Keemstar constantly tries to disparage T channels and distance himself from that side of the community. But at the end of the day, everybody knows that Keemstar is a T channel. I mean, it's in his channel name.
The community dies, and I die, if I don't have a commentary community to pump facts and logic back in to the consciousness of the community.
And by facts and logic, folks, Keemstar means lies and defamatory bullshit that only benefit him.
And I don't want to die.
Well, I'd like to inform you, Keemstar, that your accounts are already dead because in this tweet specifically, you got 606 likes in over 15 hours. And for somebody with a 2.8 million followers, that is a very small percentage of people who actually care about what the fuck you're posting.
DefNoodles exposed for flat out lying again.
Oh, gee whiz, folks, I can't wait to see what low IQ bullshit Keemstar's gonna throw my way again. By the way, don't you think it's amazing that Keemstar waited until all of my Twitter accounts were banned before he started tweeting about me literally multiple times a day on the one platform that I can't respond in? Some would say that's a bitch move, but don't want to jump to conclusions. Anyway, let's take a look at this video that Snitchstar said it caught me in a lie. Can't wait to see what that lie is. Wait a minute, this video's like and dislikes are disabled and the comments are turned off. Well, it looks like we're off to a good start, Snitchstar. Anyway, the creator who made the video that Snitchstar shared explained in their description why they disabled the comments and likes.
Comments disabled because some of you missed the point and are twisting the narrative in my comment section. I don't deserve your excessive vitriol for being unbiased. Isn't that what y'all wanted? An objective and neutral presentation of situations? I'm contributing.
Please put on 2 times speed. It's on 1.5. So I'm kind of like... Okay, so what he's saying here... Jesus, there's just so much. Okay, with the flagging thing, I agree. I'd say that him sending emails complaining is essentially a flag, because what a flag does is, like, when you report a video, right? I'm not actually going to report this, but when you report a video, you're essentially informing YouTube. Flagged videos, like, let's see this little thing right here, right? Flagged videos on users are reported, reviewed, no, my bad. Flagged videos and users are reviewed by YouTube staff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you're literally, when you flag a video, you're asking YouTube to review it, and you're complaining to YouTube. When you're flagging a video, you're complaining to YouTube about one of these 3 things. Now, Keemstar didn't do it through this, like, channel method, but if he did it through emails, he's essentially doing or achieving the same thing that a flag would. So he's essentially, you know, when he makes an email complaining, that's essentially a flag. It's pretty much the same thing. So I agree with DefNoodles on that. The next point he makes is that when Keemstar said facts and logic in that Twitter video, which I might play the full Twitter video for context, he's just talking about, you know, Keemstar's lies or Keemstar's version of the truth. I don't think that's the case. There's definitely points in time where, like, Keemstar has maybe a certain bias in terms of what he thinks, and that influences what he thinks is true or not. But there's a lot of situations that don't involve him personally at all that he has usually the right take on, and maybe DefNoodles would have that same right take on it, right? So it's like, when Keemstar says, and there's a lot of T channels that put out false information, like, you know, if we're calling DefNoodles a T channel, you know, he's definitely, and saying he puts out misinformation, which sometimes he does, I mean, obviously with the James Charles thing, he's definitely not the worst out there. There's a lot of T channels that just put out, like, really, really, really bad misinformation, and I think that's what Keem's talking about in that Twitter video. Not pushing his own agenda, although I do think he has his own agenda occasionally.
Bullshit that only benefit him.
And I don't want to die.
Well, I'd like to inform you, Keemstar, that your accounts are already dead because in this tweet specifically, you got 606 likes in over 15 hours. And for somebody with a 2.8 million followers, that is a very small percentage of people who actually care about what the fuck you're posting.
DefNoodles exposed for flat out lying again.
Oh, gee whiz, folks, I can't wait to see what low IQ bullshit Keemstar's gonna throw my way again. By the way, don't you think it's amazing that Keemstar waited until all of my Twitter accounts were banned before he started tweeting about me literally multiple times a day on the one platform that I can't respond in? Some would say that's a bitch move, but don't want to jump to conclusions. Anyway, let's take a look at this video that Snitchstar said it caught me in a lie. Can't wait to see what that lie is. Wait a minute, this video's like and dislikes are disabled and the comments are turned off.
So yeah, now there's a video that Keemstar tweeted out about DefNoodles. That proves DefNoodles is lying, and we'll watch that in a sec. Let me see. Where did he post this? Yeah, DefNoodles flat out caught lying again. Damn. I had this video up, like, yesterday, and it did not have these likes and dislikes. It's crazy.
Well, it looks like we're off to a good start, Snitchstar. Anyway, the creator who made the video that Snitchstar shared explained in their description why they disabled the comments and likes.
Comments disabled because some of you missed the point and are twisting the narrative.
You deserve all the money you make. I can spend hours going through these 3 videos. Yeah, I mean, I want to make a video on Keemstar versus DefNoodles, but like, I'm having a lot of trouble trying to like figure out how the hell I would explain this in a dense and in a condensed way, because this seems like all over the place. Like, they're bringing up whole separate situations just to make a small point in the main situation, and it's like a rabbit hole.
In my comment section, I don't deserve your excessive vitriol for being unbiased. Isn't that what y'all wanted? An objective and neutral presentation of situations? I'm contributing to the solution, and most of you were treating me as if I am part of the problem.
What kind of fucking self-righteous bullshit is that? So, because people weren't agreeing with this person's video, they just said, fuck all of you, I'm right, shut the fuck up. Sounds just like someone else I know. For some reason, the name...
Well, this video was attempting to be very unbiased, and I think it was. So...
is escaping me, though. But folks, let's give this creator a chance, and maybe their video turns out to be good and not just a pile of horseshit.
This time around, though, he put out a $5,000 bounty on him. Yes, you heard me correctly, and no, I am not kidding, but more on that in a bit.
Folks, we're barely 30 seconds into the video, and we already got a massive fucking lie and misrepresentation. This person is referencing a series of Instagram stories where I explained that my Twitter accounts were suspended. I explained my opinion that I think Keemstar was the one responsible for my accounts being suspended, and then, towards the end, I say that anybody who has any information that can help me understand why my account was originally suspended and can help me restore my account, I'm willing to pay you $5,000. I never mentioned Keemstar in that story where I talk about the $5,000. And here is the story so you can see it for yourself.
As a result of these developments, I'm once again offering $5,000 to the person who can, 1, get me more information about my original suspension, 2, help me successfully restore my Twitter accounts. Keyword successfully, this is not a joke. This offer is 100% real.
I don't know how somebody can arrive at the conclusion that I put a bounty on Keemstar's head from a story that doesn't even mention Keemstar, especially when you consider...
Does she say he put a bounty on Keemstar's head?
Before this video begins, I want to remind you that no matter how you feel about anyone mentioned or discussed in today's video, please do not bully, harass, or send any hate. These videos are my opinions based on my research on what is already publicly available, therefore everything is alleged and not to be taken as fact. Late Thursday night, DefNoodles was banned from Twitter again, and this time he has gone completely off the rails because in a not surprising turn of events, he blamed his arch nemesis Keemstar. Whenever anything bad happens to him, it's automatically Keemstar's fault. This time around, though, he put out a $5,000 bounty on him. Yes, you heard me correct.
Yeah, then that is incorrect.
That I have shared a story like that at least once before, and the last time on September 27th. Not even once on any of these slides do I even mention Keemstar's name next to the $5,000. So I have no idea how this person drew this conclusion and then presented it as fact. Like, what the fuck would I actually get out of offering $5,000 for somebody to hand me Keem? Like, I just want my fucking account back. I just want to know what tweet caused my account to be suspended so that I never do that again, because that's how you learn from your mistakes, by knowing what the fuck you did wrong. But if you don't know what the fuck you did wrong, there's no way that you can correct whatever mistake led to the situation that you currently find yourself in. By the way, the offer still stands. If anybody can help me with that, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. $5,000. Anyway, rough start for this person, but let's hope that it gets a little better.
He relocated to Instagram, which didn't do too well.
What the fuck is this person talking about? How the fuck do they know that it's not doing too well? My fucking Instagram is fucking blowing the fuck up. Just in the last month, I had 7.3 million impressions, up by 1.7 million in the last 7 days alone. And my profile had nearly 200,000 visits, and it was down by almost 13,000. Now, I'm not saying this to brag, folks. I still have a considerably small account for the segment that I'm in. I have 35,000 followers. I'm just saying this to illustrate just how full of shit this person is and how they're talking out of their fucking ass without even knowing what the fuck they're talking about. They're not presenting any facts to support any of their statements. They're not showing any evidence to back up any of their claims. They're just making these weird fucking connections that don't make any fucking sense. And
you guys should follow me on Instagram. That's all I'm saying, dude. Come on.
presenting it as though it's the truth. And just like our friend over here, throwing out a whole bunch of bullshit and hoping that something sticks.
And he ended up ditching the DefNoodles character somewhat, which he did use previously to hide behind in order to avoid taking accountability and to evade criticism.
Who the fuck ever said that that's why I had a character? I had a character because I had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of people who follow me on this channel used to really love the character. When I killed the cat in the Minecraft house character, I lost subscribers. I had people for literally weeks saying that they wanted the cat back in my fucking comments. People really loved the character. It was actually really hard to kill the character because I didn't know if my channel was gonna fucking die afterwards, but thank goodness that people connected with the real me. I can be the real me and just not have to worry.
I like the real you know, what he's coming to be. I like the real Dennis better than the DefNoodles. Like, these videos I can watch. The cat and Minecraft house ones I couldn't. So I like his new direction.
About filtering everything through this fucking character, and it's so much more fun and easy to make videos now. Now, folks, it should be said that this same person who just presented the reason why I killed off the character in the most dishonest way possible said this in their description.
Isn't that what y'all wanted? An objective and neutral presentation of situations?
If the way she presented the fucking DefNoodles character is objective and fucking neutral, then I'm Betty fucking White.
2 months later, on or around September 15th, he returned under the handle DefNoodles Spicy. Things were a bit different in terms of him ditching the stupid headlines such as breaking news that will most definitely change your life.
Wow, folks, that is such an unbiased statement calling my work stupid.
Isn't that what y'all wanted? An objective and neutral presentation of situations?
Hail, hail, the queen of objectivity. Never mind the trail of hypocritical bullshit following her.
What didn't change, however, was his...
Damn, he's going into her. I don't even think she's making, like... I don't know, the Keemstar bounty thing was a little incorrect. Everything else. Oreo said he's ready for Faz. I'll play with him after I finish this video, which is like 3 to 5 minutes.
Habit for spreading false information.
Not only is she unbiased and objective, folks, she also presents a load of evidence. That's why she didn't show anything to support that claim that I have a habit for spreading misinformation. Especially when you consider that literally...
He's not even online, dude. What the fuck? Nick isn't even online, man. What are you guys talking about? Nick ain't saying shit.
Literally every fucking post that I make has either a video or a screenshot of a receipt.
Isn't that what y'all wanted? An objective and neutral presentation of situations?
So objective, so neutral. In fact, the most objective, the most neutral. If you don't know what those words mean, of course.
And while I am not here advocating for his resuspension, I am a bit surprised that it took Twitter this long to act on it again.
Who the fuck does this person think that they're fooling? They're here talking about, I'm so surprised they didn't take his account down earlier. I wish they had taken it down earlier. I mean, no wonder they fucking disabled the comments and the likes because they were probably getting fucking massacred for all the
Well, I think that comment's fair because you would assume he'd get banned for ban evasion, right? And the only way to really avoid ban evasion on Twitter is to name yourself something different. Like, for example, Turkey Tom named himself Zaptai and just said he was Zaptai or what have you. But he named himself DefNoodles again, so... I mean, it would make sense. Like, I honestly, like, my opinion on the ban is I don't think Keemstar's behind it. I think that someone at Twitter noticed and saw that he was ban evading and removed him for ban evasion. Now, I don't know why his original account was banned, but I think that's why his new ones were banned.
Bullshit that they put in this video under the guise of objectivity.
Also saying that he was dating a child and insinuating that he's a for doing so, all because he's 39 years old and his now ex-girlfriend was 20 years old at the time, is quite mean as well. Oh, and it's pretty defamatory.
Speaking of defamatory, how about you fucking show where the fuck I said that? That's the most dumb fuck reach to actually fucking say that I said something that I didn't fucking say. You better have the fucking receipt for that shit. You better fucking show it in a video very fucking soon, or else nobody's ever gonna believe anything that you fucking say ever again.
DefNoodles exposed for flat out.
Holy shit. DefNoodles is going in. Does Truth Sleuth actually have evidence of DefNoodles calling Keem a pedo? Do we know if DefNoodles called Keem a pedo or insinuated that he was a pedo? What did she say in the video?
Before this video begins, I want to remind you that no mean and unnecessary. Also saying that he was dating a child and insinuating that he's a pet for doing so.
Oh, he said insinuate. Oh, that's so hard to prove. Insinuate? I would love to see the clip she's referring to, though. It might exist, actually. It might actually exist. Because the word insinuate means, you know, that he didn't directly say it, but he could have alluded to it. And that's a matter of perspective. And, you know, there might be a clip where you could reasonably have that perspective, right?
Lying again.
How fucking ironic is it that Keemstar shared a video that is lie after lie after lie after defamatory, slanderous statement in a row? Literally, this person can't fucking say a single sentence without saying a fucking lie in this video. And he shared it as though that fucking person is exposing me for fucking lying.
It should be noted that I was never given a reason for my original suspension. Okay, that last statement is dishonest, but at the same time it is true.
I can't deal with this low IQ bullshit anymore, folks. How can somebody say in the same sentence, it's dishonest, but it's true? Like, how is that even possible? How do they hear themselves say these words and not realize that they're fucking saying a contradiction? How can something be dishonest and be true at the same fucking time? It's just somebody who's trying to justify their hate for someone else so much that they don't fucking
Oh, he said on Twitter that Keem was a pedo? Fuck. Yeah, I would love to see the proof of that. He might have. I don't know. I have like a really bad memory, so.
Realize just how fucking stupid they're sounding. Anyway, folks, I have a very special message for a very special person who is once again watching this video. Hey, Keemstar, how you doing, you fucking piece of shit? Happy to see you here again. How about you fucking stop having other people fight your fucking battles and you put on your big boy pants and either make a fucking video on your channel or accept my fucking invitation and come on my fucking channel and talk this shit out like a grown man. It's clear to everyone, Keemstar, that you are literally hiding behind these people because you do not want to address all the bullshit that you've done. You don't want somebody who's going to call you out on your fucking horse shit. So you can hide all you want, Keemstar. This isn't going away. At the end of the day, Keemstar, all your channels will continue dying, and more people will stop giving a fuck about you. And that's gonna hurt way more than anything I could say or anybody could call you out on. And now a palate cleanser.
Holy shit, he is going in on Keem. I really want to see them fight it out in a call. DefNoodles versus Keemstar. Holy shit, they need to fight it out. They need to do a live stream or a video or something. Let's damn. Or like expose videos back and forth. Damn, I would love to see them go back and forth. So, I guess the last thing we have to look at is this video, but apparently this video is proof that, you know, Keem didn't get DefNoodles suspended. Which, I mean, I already agree that, you know, I don't think Keemstar got DefNoodles suspended. Whoa, there's more? I haven't seen this one. Seems like a bitch move to me.
Hey, what's cracking?
Oh, that's half bad.
Drama alert. DefNoodles has declined to give us because he did actually. Also, anyone else find it unusual that Keemstar waited until I was banned on Twitter to respond to my response of all of his slanderous and false accusations against me? Seems like a bitch move to me, and then he attached yet another photo of Keemstar's bald head, and he circled it. Now, I don't know what DefNoodles' fascination is with toilet drinking, and aside from attaching yet another photo of Keemstar being bald that says bald, put out 3 false.
Oh wait, he tried to explain how it wasn't 3 false pedo allegations, but it was 2 in the fucking Instagram story. Oh my god. I thought there was more. Did Nick not capture all of the Instagram story on his Twitter? Because he posted 3, and I thought that was all of the Instagram story, but apparently there's more. I have to talk about truth about that, because I think I'm going to make a video on this, but only on the Twitter ban part, because the whole, like, tipster part is like really, it's like really abstract and confusing, the whole like tipster versus DefNoodles part. There's a lot of like intricacy to it, so I don't know how I'm gonna cover this. I thought going over this in live stream would help get my thoughts together, but I'm actually like more confused. You know, there's aspects of the story where I definitely think DefNoodles has a good point, but then there's others where I think he doesn't. I don't think I have a definitive, like, side that I kind of land on in terms of my opinions. They're kind of all over the place, because this whole drama seems kind of over the place and having a bunch of different weird points. But I definitely think that DefNoodles got removed just because ban evasion kicked in, rather than Keemstar specifically trying to get him removed. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't fucking know. No one fucking knows. It's just so abstract. It's so, like, opinion-based, you know? It's late over here. I'm heading out. Okay, thank you for watching, Ruler of Duloc. We're pretty much done with the DefNoodles stuff now. His point got kind of gone dragged. Yeah, he was trying to make a point. The problem with these DefNoodles videos is he tries to make a point, but then he brings up something else that I think strengthens his point, but it just gets so off the main path that, like, it's just hard to figure out what's exactly going on. Maybe I'm just stupid, though. I don't know. But you guys seemed a bit lost, too. Tommy says it's probably some guy in Hollywood with power. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be fucking, like, Jesus Christ coming down from heaven and forcing someone at Twitch CEO at Twitch Incorporate or Twitter Incorporated to fucking. I'm tired. Holy shit. It's 9 p.m. Yeah. I don't fucking know. I know we're arguing the definition of ruse, and it's just, oh, fuck. It's just crazy. Oh, damn, we have 137 viewers. Holy shit. I did not think we had this much. What do you want to do now? Now that the DefNoodles drama's over, you want to play some games? Should we end the stream? I think this is a good VOD here. I don't know. Is there anyone live that I can raid? What do you guys think? Faz? Stream is popping tonight. Hell yeah. Mayo Monkey Ball, gaming time, play LOL. I could play League. Thank you guys for the follows. I'm seeing it on here. I can play games for a bit. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, so my thought process right here is that I'd like to stream more, but I'm trying to get an average viewership of 75, and if I start streaming video games and my viewers dip to a certain point, like my average will go down, and I kind of want to get that 75 average as soon as possible, so I can apply for partnership. And also I'm kind of tired, but I do want to play games. I don't know, that whole DefNoodles drama just fucking scrambled my brain. Yeah, I think it'd be best if we stream more tomorrow, or I might do another stream later tonight, because my brain's a little scrambled. I don't think I can hold a stream up by myself currently. I think I would definitely need some help with commentating, like from Nick or Augie or something playing Faz. I don't know. Also, I was gonna race Ellis Mark. I was gonna race Ellis Mark in Sonic Adventure 2, but I don't know if he's available right now. Probably not. Yeah, I'm too tired, guys, but we are gonna raid someone. Who do you want to raid? Who should we raid, guys? Who do you want to raid tonight? Also follow me because I'm going to be streaming more streams coming all day, every day. Hell yeah. Who's live? Alright, let's give it to John Zerka. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Yeah. Good night.